Sound check.
Drums check 1 2. Keys check 1 2. Bass check 1 2. Sound check.
From Parkside to another beats
to the world.
Here comes the sound. The number one set and down. Check this shit.
Check. 1 2 2 2. Testing. 1 2 1 2. Yes. Salute. We're doing like this. Welcome everyone. People of the world, tuning into another episode of Sound Check. The RHETTMATIC D Styles. Yeah. Salute. What's going on? Glad to be back. Hope you guys had a great, happy holidays, Christmas and stuff. Damn, New Year's is coming up quick. But you know, it's the last show of 2022. Yes, salute to everyone in the chat room. Shouts to my beat junkie brother D Styles. He's in here, but he's probably getting himself a glass of sangria, being that this is the last sound check of the year. But we'll round up with him. We got a lot of new joints to play tonight. Of course, got to kick it off with the last show. Do it right. Our special guest tonight is the one and only Apathy. We got a new album with Stu Bangers. It's called King of Gods, No Second. Wait, let me see. Hold on. I think my beat junkie brother D Styles is in the house. Let's do this. D.
Yo.
Man.
Just in time.
Man, I was kind of wondering if you were just grabbing some sangria or something like that.
Actually was, just grabbing some red wine real quick.
Oh man, I mean, I guess we have to since it's the last show, 2002.
Yeah, it is the last, right?
Man.
Crazy.
Hey man, welcome back, D.
Thanks, man. Feels like been gone for like a month or two.
I mean, it seemed like it. I mean, you were in what, Oslo, I think?
Yeah, I went out to Norway and Sweden.
Man, and then of course, congratulations on the new album with Jay Cyanide.
Man, yeah, thank you, man. It's been crazy, man. We've gotten a lot of good feedback, a lot of support. You know what I mean? Really appreciate everybody taking the time to listen to the album, man. Shout out to Jay Cyanide for sure.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations too. You've been on a couple of playlists. I mean, you were on on Track Stars. You were on John Doe's. You're on Rappers Out of Control.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. It's been crazy, man. I never really thought we'd be getting a lot of play in New York. Shout out to Peter Rosenberg.
That's
playing our joint.
Hot 97, man. What the heck?
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
That's dope, man. Good. I want to say, up to date, this is some of your best work, D.
Oh, man. Thank you, man. That means a lot right there. Thank you.
Man. I know people are waiting for the album. I'm lucky I got mine in time and shit, So, I mean, once again, the album is sold out, but you can get the audio, you can get on all the streaming platforms, Bandcamp. But man, hot shit right there, man.
Thanks, man. But Red, you got an album dropping February. Is it February 3?
Yeah, February 3rd. We kind of talked about it. J. Rawls and myself got an album. We actually gonna drop a single this Friday, our first single and stuff. You believe that?
Damn, dope. And you got shot a video.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just trying to follow in your footsteps, man. Shit. I mean, I don't have any acting skills like you, man. I mean.
Oh man, my acting skills finally paying off,
Man, shoot. I mean, that's why you haven't been practicing, streaming and stuff, because you're going to acting class and stuff.
Yeah, man. Trying to make it in Hollywood, right? You know how it is.
Well, speaking of which, let's kick off with the show.
Let's do it.
With the new video. Oh, I mean, the only video that you have right now for the meantime, When the Wind Blows, off the album Periodic Table of Excellence. Jason I, and of course, D Styles. Yeah, check it out, y'all. Sound check, and we'll be back.
He has that. He has something that's attractive to people to make people gravitate to him.
Yeah, so I need some high quality.
Gotcha. I did a whole shoot.
Yo, it's good, man. How you doing, man? Another day, another dollar, man. Yo, the usual?
Kind of, I think.
There you go, bro.
What's up, man? You packed? You ready to go?
Especially when you like
Ready for what?
Yo, you ready to fly out tonight?
It's tonight.
They changed the time.
Yo, fuck, man. I've been at work all morning, all day. Yo, I ain't had time to check my phone at all. Shit.
Yo, we got a couple hours, man. You got your passport? We gotta bounce.
Yeah, I got it, but yo, I gotta get the fuck up out of here, man. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do that.
Yo, grab your shit, man. Let's go.
Oh, that's the one that
Yo, you know what?
Yeah.
Fuck
Are
it.
you guys roll with us?
I'm not sure. What time is it?
Let's go.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, this is much more.
Yo, I'm out. Yo, we got booked for this tour. I'm going.
Wow, you still doing this rap shit? I thought you would have given that up already. You know what? You kind of a bum. Like, if I'm being real, you don't bartend well, you always late to work, you never do your job, you always talking to customers. Like, I think you should really focus on yourself, man. Like, fuck this rap shit.
I got them blowing in the wind, got them. Yeah, it's torture, it's torture. We got them blowing in the wind. So many styles. These styles in effect. What up? Hey, we got them blowing. Mind blowing. Yeah, check it out. Listen, give me a minute, I was not being considerate. You're stressed out, locked in the cage, smoking cigarettes. Fucked up, lost in a maze, got no benefits. A strong emphasis, set it off the genesis. Torture, I got the power levitating pyramids. My competition, they be hiding in the wilderness. Carry on tradition, that's some major shit. Not to planet off its axis, that's some major shit. Crazy shit. Yama. Man, myth, and legend, felonies alleged. I was being reckless, scratching up your records. Shit, DJs love me though. Beat junkies to scratch pickles, a heat-seeking missile slash DMC official. Sit a minute, let me speak to your soul. So you was moving like a calm black ice, losing control. Crashing, I'm in European fashion, smashing. Another year, me surpassing. Come on. The answers, you see they blowing in the wind, blowing in the wind, blowing in the wind, blowing in the wind. Torture, see it's blowing in the wind, blowing in the wind, blowing in the wind, blowing in the wind. Torture, see it's blowing in the wind, blowing in the wind, blowing in the wind, blowing in the wind. Convertible, yo, it's blowing in the wind, blowing in the wind, blowing in the wind. Let me begin, yo. Just a precaution, put that nail in the coffin. Causing damage, shot trauma, lay on canvas, need more than a bandage. Got the upper hand and advantage. Yo, play it calm, move slow, and don't be so rampant. Blasphemous vegan barbecue sandwich from Kansas. Extravaganza, walking to the shit goes bananas. Panoramas, flashy shit, sun watch the cameras. See you gon' bite that bullet if it's coming out that cannon. The illusion is that you're winning, but who's listening? Nobody, no one. 12 o'clock, you get that bell rung. Unsung hero, living less than zero. Asiatic De Niro, rhyming, sprinkling riddles. Yo, catch the vibe, see it's brand new. We ain't the same, dude. Even your fans knew. They crammed to understand you. It's over, son. I had the better run, cause I'm the better one. No competition, let's go.
See right here, I was thinking about like that you know, like that slick Rick. I was thinking like there is no competition. There is no competition. There is no competition. Some shit like that. Competition. Hey, yo, you know you get it.
There is no competition. Competition. There is no competition. No
Beat Junkie style.
Hey, yo. Right now, you're rocking with the best. Yo, it's Jay Sinai, and I'm tuned in to Soundcheck with the Beat Junkies, DJ RHETTMATIC and D Styles. Peace.
Soundcheck.
Don't take this ass whipping choice to me.
Conductor, we have a problem. Conductor, we have a problem. Conductor. Don't wait for her, man.
Ain't well elegant, more medicine. Baby. Ain't well elegant, more medicine, miracle. Past two perennials, Punished, Siren, and terrible. Graveyard football, sound guy, very sight. Batman, Earth Slam, Joker to the Tanzanite. Matte Black Dynamite, blast radios, black radio. Core capability, Flocko facility. Fly guy, do or die, bed-style energy, simplify, B-E-Y. These hoes hilarious, with cardiac serious. Cardiac tank up, blow the central bank up. Told where your bank truck, nah baby, it ain't luck. Days without a wave, we prayed and we made one. See the God graces with flavors and fountains. X amount of mountains, X amount is countless. The wizard is a fraud, what you afraid for? Saw a lot of thunder, no rainfall. Keynote considered glowing, gifted geometric, showing 11.
Stars of the story got her moving different. Goofy niggas, they hate being they jeans like it's their true religion. If it isn't love, it must be new edition. Fly guys, now we don't believe in superstitious. Superman the man, see through the system with my supervision. Powerful, the spirit will grab you like tabernacle. The voice of the people, keep it deeper than an Adam's apple. Yeah, even more than before. I said what I said, cause I saw what I saw. Son swore he ain't the boys, but always calling the law. I got him acting unhinged like a door on the floor. Yeah, I'm never silent, always speaking up. Personally, I find this shit cowardly. Niggas weak as fuck, no justice, no peace, too much can never be enough. Louder than the bomb, and we turning up till the speakers bust. Living on the road, mama framing my tour poster. Stay away from these industry agents, they all vultures. Breaking up these toys cause they faking the small soldiers. I don't know why they do it, but it can't be for the culture. Claiming La Costa Nostra, we in love with the coca. They hit niggas with the Rico, way people put it in cola. For generational wealth, they standing on their ancestors' shoulders after burning down Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Hey yo, call your messenger hanging off the shoulder. Laying on the bunk screaming 3 Vince sober. And 3-man cells rocking 3 men. Catch you in the shower, nigga, keep playing. My shit feel like a Stillmatic again. My favorite fiend with the rehab. 2 weeks later, he was back at attic again. He was $3 shorts, had him dragging from the bench wagon again. Crashed and brought another toy. Did him Charles Chef, lover boy. Everybody know my thing, burn clean. Fendi sweatpants, got the Mac on the drawstring. My nigga hit me just to say he got the biggest lock in Orleans. I had a 38 or 14. Eric got a Poncho Blanco. So much coke he had to get the bacon sodas from Costco's. My shoe was sniffing coke like John Bones. Tri-color Jacob with the time zones. Get your hella for my bloom. Stylist picked it out with the eyes closed. Gucci house with the rhinestones. When you see the red wagon, you know what's happening. That's it in the Dunhill, niggas know it's bracket. Red souls on the loops, I'm a soul assassin. Hopped out at Corbone, all the cameras flashing. Hopped out at Corbone, all the bitches grabbing. Bitches love the fly guard, all these niggas capping. LV snapback with the crystals backwards. Fly guard.
Westside Gun watching from the front row over there. Like you said, Excalibur, hip-hop royalty in the house here tonight on Rampage.
Both inside and outside the ring.
He's texting me right now. What's the advice on his career?
Yo, that's a bitch. You mind if I get a picture?
And the pigs can't stand our guts. We young and thuggin', and we don't give a fuck.
Check. 1, 2. We're gonna get right into the mix. You're tuning in to Soundcheck with RHETTMATIC and D Styles, Beat Junkie Sound. Our special guest tonight is Apathy. We'll get with them, but we're gonna get into the mix starting off with XP the Marksman, a different form. Yeah.
This is DJ John Doe of Southern Vanguard, and you're in the mix with RHETTMATIC of the Beat Junkies.
We on a hunt trying to take out the one time. And the pigs can't stand our guts. And we young and thuggin', we don't give a fuck. And the pigs can't stand our guts. And we young and thuggin', we don't give a fuck. And the pigs can't stand our guts. And we young and thuggin', and we don't give a fuck. And the pigs can't stand our guts. And we young and we don't give a fuck. And the pigs can't stand our guts. And the pigs can't stand our guts. And the pigs can't. And the pigs can't. And the pigs. And the pigs. And the pigs can't. And the pigs stand. And the pigs can't 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 stand. And the pigs can't. And the pigs can't stand. And the pigs can't. And the pigs can't stand. And the pigs can't stand. And the pigs can't stand our guts. And we young and thuggin', don't give a fuck. Give a fuck. And we on a hunt trying to take the one. And the kids can't stand our guts. And we thug and we don't fuck. We on a take out the one time. And the pigs can't stand our guts. And we young and thuggin', we don't give a fuck. Give a fuck. We on a hunt trying to take out the one time.
What up? See, I grew up around them choppers, the big guns, dope sellers and helicopters. What up? See, I grew up around them choppers, the big guns, dope sellers and helicopters. What up? See, I grew up around them choppers, the big guns, dope sellers and helicopters. What up? See, I grew up around them choppers, What up? See, I grew up around them choppers, the big guns, dope sellers and helicopters. We held the pain, couldn't afford to see the doctor. The Millie spread another one off your roster. And when it's on, give a prayer up to the Father. And when I'm gone, stop crying and wipe your nostrils. I'm in my zone, press rewind and count it as a storm, a different form. But my energy still remains at home. I soak a roam through the heavens. They see my name in stone. I'm heaven's own. Give my people all that I've ever known. See, that's love inside my life's work. I'm looking down proud with a light smirk. Wasn't gonna drink when I got thirst. Hammer on me and it might burst. They was all waiting to fight first. Play my shit loud through the streets with the top down. Let them all know I'm the coldest. Cop the 4 pound. Always gave them the best, no stretch. Secret weapon off of the bench. Who flex? I'm going next. See them all talking, but they ain't doing shit about it. Before they ever press in, they gon' be surrounded.
And the pigs can't stand our guts. And we young and thuggin', and we don't give a fuck. Give a fuck. We on a hunt trying to take out the one time. And the pigs can't stand our guts. And we young and thuggin', and we don't give a fuck. Give a fuck. We on a hunt trying to take out the one time. And the pigs can't stand our guts. And we young and thuggin', and we don't give a fuck. Give a fuck. We on a hunt trying to take out the one time. And the pigs can't stand our guts. And we young and thuggin', and we don't give a fuck.
Take this bullshit no more, man. We on a hunt trying to take out the one time. Take this bullshit no more, man. Yo, this shit hard, yo. Can't take this bullshit no more, man. Yo, this shit is mad hard, yo. Well, niggas be wildin' ass shit. Fuck that shit. Get money with that nigga.
This little gal, the predecessor, Jessica Fletcher. My verbal approach with surgical quotes. Murder she wrote as a teen. Had a certain thirst for bourbon and coke. Niggas around me kept a burning. Coke was heavy serving. The gal, the predecessor, Jessica Fletcher. My verbal approach with surgical quotes. Murder she wrote as a teen. Had a certain thirst for bourbon and coke. Niggas around me kept a burning. Coke was heavy serving. The gal, the predecessor, Jessica Fletcher. My verbal approach with surgical quotes. Murder she wrote as a teen. Had a certain thirst for bourbon and coke. Niggas around me kept a burning. Now the predecessor, Jessica Fletcher. My verbal approach with surgical quotes. Murder she wrote as a teen. Had a certain thirst for bourbon and coke. Niggas around me kept a burning. Coke was heavy serving the dope. Will flood the levy every first and the third. Privy to what it be like. Earning your keep under a street light. Bacardi lining in my stomach lining. Developed the hunger for rhyming. Pressure turned to a diamond. Understood the assignment and I aced the test. First time seeing my paper stretch. Cop the crazy Averex. Now I got a Christian Dior fetish. We came a long way from eating off a corner store credit. Check it. This is the good for nothing book adjusting. Watching kids walk to school by where the street took my cousin. Selling versus slick as a quarter barreling. Be serving barrels to fiends, wearing quarters for orders of gasoline. Gat in my jeans, pocket fat at the seams. Type of swagger that'll flatter your queen. You evil lack and you scheme. My habitat to trap and capture your dreams to turn them into nightmares. I'm a win when they don't fight fair.
He would kill anyone he could to get over. As long as he knew I control niggas' mind, he could make shit happen anyway. He winds up selling weed, and who doesn't get the work for him? Wise and lock kid.
Capital H, clap at your face at a rapidly rate. If you like anti-gravity, blast it back in the day. Capital H, clap at your face at a rapidly rate. If you like anti-gravity, blast it back in the day. Capital H, clap at your face at a rapidly rate. If you like anti-gravity, blast it back in the day. Capital H, clap at your face at a Capital H, clap at your face at a rapidly rate. If you like anti-gravity, blast it to back in the days. What's the root of this? Got a fetish for foolishness. Hammers know they be numerous. You beefing is humorous. You know I walk around with holy armor, and we only honor the street code. If not that, it's not a. Put your head to bed without pajamas. Out to make them commas. Anybody in the way get instant karma. That's the way you gotta be. High velocity. I survived atrocities you couldn't possibly. Once I get in my shoes, a nigga lose it. That's just off the rip. I ain't tryna bag, that's the truest shit. I come from them 96 blocks, cream of the crop. Said what I said, you could like it or not. Like we used to cook in the pot. You niggas is done. Calm your man, cause he could get popped. What?
Yo, 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 yo. That's a lot of yo's. You know why? Cause I said yo. DJ Premier. Beat Junkie Radio. These guys fuck with records. You guys fuck with caca. That's bullshit. Get the fuck off the fucking set. Unless you got vinyl in your hands. And some needles. Can't scratch without them. One love, y'all.
I'm designer Versace, you goofy niggas first safe. Merch hate, I've been fired since Red Alert days. Your girl told you she had to work late. Skinny big up on her ribs like it's the first date. Diddy Bob all through this weight, just for word's sake. You already know the vibes, how I serve plates. I ain't gotta say it, you praying the whole earth shake. Earthquake, and I fall off, not on my worst day. Ha! You see, bitch, tell your mammy about it. Fuck around, you never know, might get a Grammy out. People chant, underground kick, me and my family out. Better than all of your faves, I wouldn't plan it out. Yeah, skinny biggie, baby, baby.
Yo, call that nigga Scheme, tell that nigga come out retirement, it's on.
Skinny big, baby, baby.
Yeah, don't forget, call that nigga Guns, man. Yo, I'ma send you his number.
Skinny biggie, baby, baby.
Yo, tell Honey De Niro these bitches is out of pocket too.
Skinny big, baby, baby.
6 men in the building, y'all already know. Let's go.
Yo.
With gas in it, don't get your cap peeled by the black menace. Backpack raps with gas in it, don't get your cap peeled by the black menace.
Backpack raps with gats in it. Don't get your cap peeled by the black menace. Backpack raps with gats in it. Don't get your cap peeled by the black menace. Backpack raps with backpack raps with backpack raps with backpack raps with backpack rap. Don't get your cap backpack by the black menace. Backpack rap. Gats in. Don't get your name peeled by the black menace. Backpack raps with gats in it. Don't get your cap peeled by the black menace. Backpack raps with gats in it. Don't get your cap. I like to call myself the god of rap, but really I just gotta rap. I like to call myself the god of rap, but really I just gotta rap. I like to call myself the god of rap, but really I just gotta rap. I like to call myself the god of rap. I like to call myself the god of rap, but really I just gotta rap. This a Dior doobie on the head of your cutie moon signs when you call her back. Do not disturb, we looking for the smoke, not who got the herb. I'm top dog, you a copycat. I'ma get his beat a heart attack. Arrest your cardiac, I'ma need your pass back, all monitors. My movement is still intelligent. Your movement is still irrelevant. Blacking out till I'm out of melanin, meaning it never ends. You a pharmacist out of medicine. I'm holding weight like a skeleton. I'm holding weight, you just a skeleton.
Rap is something you do. Hip hop.
I put my life in these sentences, bring the felons in. My cutty up in the coop, flipping chickens, turning one up into two. That's a mockingbird. They wanna lock him in the cell again for the product that he's selling them. My movement is still intelligent. Your movement is still irrelevant. I like to call myself the god of rap, but really I just gotta rap. Backpack raps with gats in it. Don't get your cap peeled by the black menace. Backpack raps with gats in it. Don't get your cap peeled by the black menace. Backpack raps with gats in it. Don't get your cap peeled by the black menace. Backpack raps with gats in it. Don't get your cap peeled by the black. For words spoken cautious. Hors d'oeuvres, gorgeous asses that curve opposite of Oceanic. The fan favorite champagne glasses, hors d'oeuvres, gorgeous asses that curve opposite of flat Oceanic. The fan favorite champagne glasses, hors d'oeuvres, gorgeous asses that curve opposite of flat Oceanic. The fan favorite champagne glasses, hors d'oeuvres. The fan favorite champagne glasses, hors d'oeuvres, gorgeous asses that curve opposite of flat earth. Nat Turner, fast learner, ask the perfect cast, Denzel and Tom Hanks. I drop blanks like Birkenbacks. I spark the birth of that Renaissance lexicon. Your ex is on my dick, disrespectful shit, the legend on. Try to stay righteous, but the devil's plan's different. I want a tap, I can't stand kissing. Foul man wisdom, Taliban chilling, calisthenics in the kitchen. My style aesthetics better than an artist's best vision. Wait till the karma kicks in, I win it all. Nobody better than the legend when the pen is involved. Break up the pecking order, won the game by the end of the second quarter. The best scorer, fuck around and made the limiter. We don't respect informers, intercept your office, interject myself in the bet your lawyer, you know what it is. Reminisce to 88. For words spoken cautious. Reminisce to 88.
kick, maybe instantly rich. The game's hypocrite, these fake niggas dissing me since we used to be cracking jokes. Now you buying crack to smoke, used to be macking hoes. Find yourself tricking a poke, I guess that's what you get for being an asshole, I suppose. That warm friendship just fizzled, now the vibes is cold. I heard they caught you panhandling off his styrofoam. You should've voted for Bernie, he would've found you a home. Was never humble when you could've been. You put your foot up in your mouth for what potentially you could've been. Thinking for the short term, the marathon you could've win. You eating crumbs, I'm blazing these beats like a sugar bench. Your whole persona is cringe. I'm Luka Doncic with the rock, it's not even a conscious thing. When I launch a shot, it's sad. They caught you shopping a demo in a pawn shop. Stuck in the 90s, alone and broke, thinking your song's hot. I really heard that.
Reminisce to 88. For words spoken cautious.
Once again, sound check for RHETMATIC and D Styles, Beat Junkie Sound. Shouts to everyone in the chat room. Shouts to my brother DJ Track Star, RTJ. Yes. We're playing all new joints. Then we're gonna get our special guest, the one and only Apathy. But once again, the crew is. And you're checking out
Sound Check.
That verbal kung fu. Who's you? Setting the coup, the coop's flu. You too pink, piggy like pork, moo shoe. Too new, walking in shoes bigger than you. Left do, devilish shit for kicks too. You knew, nobody fucking with the crew like who? Got that rap masamu.
I came with the words that I spoke so vividly. Doing what I say every day so religiously. Officially, I'm going for the goal. Getting what I came for, then I'm on the road. It's all for the good die young. But this bad motherfucker still alive like what? Like what? Motherfucker what? Like what? Motherfucker what?
Let's go, let's go. Cause you already know. This flow. My smooth flow.
Here you go again. That maniac from Queens Cape. Here you go again. That maniac from Queens Cape. Here you go again. That maniac from Queens Cape. Here you go again. That maniac from Queens Cape. Here you go again. That maniac from Queens, Cape. Here he go again. That maniac from Queens, Cape. Cut from that cloth from a different fabric. You eat what you sow, I'm growing plenty. Cut from that cloth from a different fabric. You eat what you sow, I'm growing plenty cat. Cut from that cloth from a different fabric. You eat what you sow, I'm growing plenty cabbage. Cut from that cloth from a different fabric. You eat what you cut from that cloth from a different fabric. You eat what you sow, I'm growing plenty cabbage. Kid up in the traffic, many addicts. Tom and Cheese got what you need, plenty like under Lenny jacket. Give me status, actresses, give me action. Mixed kids in Beverly Hills like Lenny Kravitz. I'm mad at Benji stacks with Fendi baggage. I'm from where the men be savage, they empty ratchets. Cake factory, I'm Sarah Lee's. Hit them with the McLaren keys. No, it's not tricking, it's charity. Set up shop, 1,000 grams cooked. Right. The change gon' come like a Sam Cook. Ambush it for me, one of my grams took. Bitch made her come up well like a plan jokes. Light shit up like a pinball wizard. And keep a sample kit for withdrawal visits. That onion flaky, the 8-ball rigid. Bodies under the belt like 10 small midgets. Let's go. Too official, never artificial. Scar tissue if you start an issue. I show you how to hustle, the art of pistols. Yeah, penetrate the walls,
Sound check.
When you take that oath, I don't care who betrayed me. I don't care who snitched on me. I don't care how bad my life was. I took an oath, and I couldn't live with myself if I betrayed that oath. I don't care what anyone else did, and that's it. And I'll live this way until I die.
Here's another one for the books. Here, homie, chapters end. Never glorify a rat, even if you. Here's another one for the books. Here, homie, chapters end. Never glorify a rat, even if you. Here's another one for the books. Here, homie, chapters end. Never glorify a rat, even if you. Here's another one for the books. Here, homie, chapters end. Never glorify a rat, even if you vex again.
When you take that oath, I don't care who betrayed me. I don't care who snitched on me. I don't care how bad my life was. I took an oath, and I couldn't live with myself if I betrayed that oath. I don't care what anyone else did, and that's it. And I'll live this way until I die.
Here's another one for the books. Here, homie. Here's another one for the books. Here. Here's another one for the books. Here, homie. Here's another one for the books. Here. Here's another one. Here's another. Here's another one. Here's another. Here's another one. Here's another. Here's another one for the books. Here, homie, chapters end. Never glorify a rat, even if your back's against a tight spot or a situation that you're in. Never say a word, cause you may be facing 3 to 10. DNA didn't, but we stayed with it. Did his time with him in my mind. Now we stay hidden like a gem underneath of a grave up in Great Britain. It's a face-off. We duck hunt, you play chicken. We very rare, settle beef, leave your face dripping. It's in the air, yeah, the stench of the eight spitting. You're incomplete like a speaker with the bass missing. Here to serve this boom bap on this plate, listen. A handshake in the code is the main vision. But a lot of sharks in this bass, so we stay fishing. And if you know, then you know. You never walk, intimidate our witnesses. And never talk, we stay silent, intimidate witnesses. Street justice is just how business is. Old-fashioned gentlemen, we stay silent, intimidate witnesses. Street justice is just how business is.
Yeah, you know I gotta play that new D Styles and J Cyanide off the album Periodic Table of Excellence. This joint's called Sum of All Fears. On Beat Junkie Sound / Static King Records. Make sure you got it. Make sure you get it if you haven't got it now.
like it's a fortress. I'm looking at the things that the fame book. I'm sitting in the studio like it's a fortress. I'm looking at the things that the fame board. I'm sitting in the studio like it's a fortress. I'm looking at the things that the fame board. I'm sitting in the studio like it's a fortress. I'm looking at the things that the fame borders. Carry terrain, travel different waters. I'm thinking about the ones that came before us. Word to be the boss, no taking orders. Head office, heading to the office, getting head in the office, no need to be cautious. Top speed and twin Porsches, they go nauseous. Corner store folklore, been riding to the corner since. I came back from that trip out of Port-au-Prince. What I invent turns cents into dollar signs. Monetize, other words won't get in mine. Yo, I might be inclined to push it to the borderline. Creativity to trade up a water sign. I got the glow, one divine, put me in a shrine. You taking too long, son, see I'm pressed for time. Down by law, style war, I been here. You can get lost, boss, or disappear. Yo, all be clear, clean out your fucking ears. No need to ask, see I'm the sum of all fears. Give me a scratch, yo.
Let it be known, I don't play.
Playing with you climb.
Let it be known, I don't play.
Playing with you climb.
Let it be known, I don't play.
Playing with you climb.
Yeah, like that. Beat junkies in the fucking house.
Yeah. Once again, you're checking out Soundcheck with RHETTMATIC D Styles. Our special guest is Apathy. Stay tuned.
Axe around the burrows, they tell you I'm really like that. You dying from the punch, you fucking pussy, go fight. Axe around the burrows, they tell you I'm really like that. Axe around the punch, you fucking pussy, go fight back. Axe around the burrows, they tell you I'm really like that. You dying from the punch, you fucking pussy, go fight back. Axe around the burrows, they tell you I'm really Axe around the burrows, they tell you I'm really like that. You dying from the punch, you fucking pussy, go fight back. Right across your head like blow, that's where the spike bat. Knock them out, then taps his pockets, that's for the nightcap. Walking to the spot, my ops, they be like, oh shit. No, I got the drop, now watch, I rock your whole shit. Your mother was a fan in 97 on Ghost Stick. Girl was on the dance floor sucking me off in 06. All type of bitches hanging on my dick. You a bozo, so I'm banging on your bitch. If you want smoke, then I'll flame you with the fifth. Lil' homie, I walk around with your Wrangler on my wrist.
Hey yo, purple raindrops, couple rings trouble like a submachine Glock. In the jungle, never fumble, we just double green hop. Yo, we rumble, then we stumble in your humble queen hop. We cut you, get it jumping like a trampoline. My good reasons is the meaning of a saladine. I smuggle, juggle coffee beans, level 17. I run a train up on your horse, she get double cream. I just swallow hell of me. Yo, swerve.
Nicky Blue on the beat. Keep the heat in the dash. Nicky Blue on the beat. The heat in the
here following the hands of the clock is too slow. The sound of the ticks in the room is too sitting here following the hands of the clock is too slow. The sound of the ticks in the room is too sitting here following the hands of the clock is too slow. The sound of the ticks in the room is too sitting here following the hands of the clock is too slow. The sound of the ticks in the sitting here following the hands of the clock is too slow. The sound of the ticks in the room is too low. Time standing still, horrors flying past, digging too deep like the claws of a lion slashed and the blood spills. But I'm like the T-1000, regrouping the fight again. It's what we want now. You hear the sounds of 1,000 boots. We form Voltron, a force to be reckoned with. 40 rappers get rolled on. I ain't tattling, more in tune to battling. Try to piece together these words, I guess I'm scrabbling. Some screws loose when I walk, you hear the rattling. 36 with a backpack again, never sound the whack again. Embracing the dark, my name is Anakin. Just to go back to the light, I guess I'm back again. Jotting down my thoughts, you getting verbally stacked again. Putting back the fucking Coke and Jack again.
Keep the heat in the dash.
Cat is no secret. I don't want to say great because it's bigger than it's great. You got one of the best. I don't want to say great because
Sound check.
Cat has never seen that. I don't want to say great because it's bigger than it's great. I don't want to say great because it's bigger than it's great. I don't want to say great because it's bigger. I don't want to say great. I don't want to say great. I don't want to say great because I don't want to say great. I don't want to say great because I don't want to say great. I don't want to say great because I don't want to say great. I don't want to say great. I don't want to say. I don't want to say great. I don't want to say. I don't want to say great. I don't want to say. I don't want to say. I don't want. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't want to say great because it's bigger than it's great, man. We got one of the best.
Yeah, I'm on my true north shit. In the stew, hitting you with this true north wit. Asking who, trust me, you'll know quick. Yeah, these flows we kicking, hitting beyond where the true north splits. Yeah, this that true north shit. Cold as ice, fuck around, I might scoop your bitch. Hit the crib, give her this true north dick. Then send a packet back to you, loosey goosey, sporting 2 sore lips. Man, this shit is in my jeans like a true north fit. Top to bottom, got it locked up like a new door hinge. Clutch the mic just like a vice with these true north mitts. Spin the flip, I'll run that shit and do the true north sprint. You all amused when these dudes start a true north riff. But face to face, he turns softer than a newborn shit. It's what you get when you assume you're it. Make a call, you take the fall and disappear in a true north clip.
Fucking out here, nigga. This $1 billion business, baby. Let's get to it. Legacy rap, this the era we back. It's facts, flooded flower set, rolling 70 racks. Legacy rap, this the era we back. It's facts, flooded flower set, rolling 70 racks. Legacy rap, this the era we back. It's facts, flooded flower set, rolling 70 racks. Legacy rap, this the era we back. It's facts. Legacy rap, this the era we back. It's facts, flooded flower set, rolling 70 racks. Drop, rap, ebony black, the sauce. Certified with celebrity stacks. My pedigree act, still a Philly, allegedly that. Still Willie, shit could never be whack. I'm worldwide with it. In the wings or outside with it. Still a king, even off my dean. This how I did it. Street doctrine, school to keep rocking. That deuce is beatboxing. No fool, I need options. From G-shocking, back in the peas popping, bopping and bees hopping the vibe. Hear the party, offset the Cardi. Only flooded the bezel, hopping out the Rari. Right foot on the pedal, smelling like Bulgari. I'm God, starve me. Nah, keep going. I'm
cream for 4 green. Jazz from out of Queens on spaz and make a scene. Never brag, it ain't my thing. Used to sling. Getting cash at 17. Canvas in every ring. No habits, I kept it clean. Self-esteem. If I said it, then why sweat it? Champagne beverage, the shit you gotta inherit. On my own method, I got mine. Got signed for 7 digits, I got a line. A lot of shine. Stay shit from day one was told. The goal was to get it and stay young, don't fold. Maintain mind your own. Find a zone. And learn to spend time alone, that's when you made it. I move how the hustlers play it, it's just a flip. Never got caught in the script or jump ship. The difference is this is legit. One hit overnight, you right in the mix. Right in the mix. Y'all gonna respect mines.
Check 1 2 1 2 1 2. And we're back. Salute to everyone that's tuning in. Yes, it's Soundcheck with the last show 2022. Let me bring in my beat junkie brother D Styles.
Yo, what's good, Rhett?
What up, D?
Always killing it.
I try.
Playing all that heat, all that new heat right there.
Man, oh, I got you know how to play. I had to play your joint too.
Oh man, no, thank you for playing that, man. Appreciate that.
Yeah, once again, get the album, Periodic Table of Excellence. Got to plug it in for the label, right?
Word, man. Thank you.
Let's do a quick recap and shit. Can we do that?
Yeah, you played a gang of stuff. So you started out with When the Wind Blows by myself and Jay Cyanide.
Yep.
Went into Peppers by Westside Gun featuring Black Star. After that was A Different Form by XP the Marksman. Shout out to XP.
Yep.
After that was The Wise after that was J Royale featuring Havoc. The Wise and La Kid. After that was The Bad Seed, Skinny Biggie. After that joint was Ab Soul and DJ Premier, Gotta Rap. Song after that was Napoleon the Legend and Giallo Point, Reminisce to 88. After that was Masamoon, Wasabi Wolf.
Ooh.
Right there. Next joint was Cool G Rap, Official. Woo! Yep. Next was Dead Poet Society, Old Fashioned Gentleman right there.
Okay.
Song after that was myself and Jay Cyanide, Summer of All Fear. Thanks for playing that one, Red.
Yep.
Next song was Nims featuring Ghostface Killer, Don't Ever Respect Me. Next song after that was Mickey Blue featuring Big D. The song is called 2094 right there.
Right.
Next song was True North Shit by the Dookie Brothers. Who the hell is the Dookie Brothers, right? Crazy ass name right there.
They're from Canada, man. That's Shiloh, who's down with Marco Polo and DJ Skiz.
Oh shit! All right. Okay. Crazy ass name. And last but not least, you play Respect Mine by AZ and Buck Wild. Shout out to Buck Wild, man.
Yeah, the OG. You got to hang out with him with the video shoot, right?
Yeah, man. Buck Wild's one of the nicest dudes, man. One of the most down to earth cats you'll ever meet right there.
Man, that's dope. But speaking of dope, before we bring on our special guest, we had to kick it off with the last show for the 2022. So we're gonna do this before we bring on our guest. Let's play a joint, one of his own joints that came out a couple of years ago. It's kind of set up the vibe. People, if you're in the chat room, just stay tuned. For you might know who it is, might not, but you will know. Definitely will feel this one. Just check this out right here.
To escape from the misery that is
stepping on the stage, life anchors up, wake 'em up, raising up, pirate flags, I'm about to shake 'em up, smoke on the water, jumping overboard to avoid the slaughter, so I grabbed the senator's daughter, shouldn't have brought her, the trade routes gotta get taxed, simple facts, I relax while the money just stacks, just sharpening my sword, so if suckers come aboard, they'll be screaming out prayers like they summoning the Lord, oh God, oh Jesus, get sliced to pieces. I'm in the Caribbean, fucking whores on the beaches. Big titties bouncing, big booties, big rubies, big diamonds in the chest. I'm fresh. I got groupies from the Carolina coast to the whores in Tortuga who can stare into the fire and they'll tell you your future. I've been drinking way too much rum, getting dumb, talking bitches into swallowing cum. 2 pistols fully loaded tucked inside of my belt. Study treasure maps all night before the candles melt. Strike fear in their hearts when they see their flag flying. Grown men crying cause they know that everybody dying now.
Buccaneers who fought for years for gold, the blues, and pieces of
Cannonball size hole in the ship deck. Skipper got a slit neck and left with the shipwreck. Trying to trap the little mermaid in my fishnet. And no pun intended, but I make the bitch get wet. You wise ass, shut your mouth and pass me the spyglass. Scanning the horizon with a flipped up eye patch. Screaming from the closed nest to load up the cannons. But the ship was see-through and had a crew full of phantoms. So we hightailed it south of these Caribbean ports, where we anchored off the shore of some heavily armed forts. In the pitch black of night, nobody lit up their torch. Undetected, rowing oars silently to the shores. Tossed over a rope to cross over the moat and snuck up behind a guard and slashed open his throat. Moving shadow to shadow with a sword, no gun. Watch 35 guards drop one by one before the sun was peeking over the edge of the earth. I beheaded some jerk, elite red on my shirt. Brought the bodies to the beach, dead get left in the surf. Now I'm the king and everything south of heaven's my turf.
Buccaneers who fought for years for gold, the blues, and pieces of
Yeah. So, without any further ado, is an honor to for the first time on the show. Everyone in the chat room, put a fire emoji, whether you're watching on Twitch or on YouTube or on usound.com. Please give it up for our special guest who's taking the time to sit with us, the one and only Apathy.
Hey.
Hey.
Peace. What up?
What up, Apathy?
What up, App?
Chilling. How y'all doing, man?
How you doing? App, D Styles, Apathy.
Much
Peace,
respect.
D Styles. Good to meet you, bro.
Good to meet you. Much respect.
Man. App, first of all, congratulations on the new album with you and Stu Bangers. It's King of Gods, No Second. It's just out like 2 weeks ago. If you haven't got it, go pick it up on Bandcamp, on his Bandcamp page. You got even an instrumental album and whatnot. All bangers, man. All bangers, man.
Good looking out, man. I appreciate it so much, brother. I'm really proud of this one, man. I think this one is dope.
As you should. We had Stu Bangers about a couple of weeks ago, and he was saying the same thing. This is one of his favorite albums that he produced, from top to bottom and stuff. So, and he always, he says every time he works with you, you always just take it to the next level.
Yeah, man, I'm nuts. I go crazy about stuff like post-production. You know what I'm saying? I'm a crazy post-production guy. You know what it is, man. I grew up studying Bomb Squad and all these different, projects that were like that. So I'll take joints no matter who it's from, no matter who I work with or produce. And I do a lot of post-production, and everybody I've worked with so far has been really into it. And, Stu's the same. Me and Stu got a really dope chemistry together and a really dope work ethic that we do. And it's really dope. Stu really inspires me, and everything that he sends me is just crazy.
The crazy was about the album. Each album you've been doing, it's always like another notch, and your guests have been almost top stellar. You got Fairmont. Last time you had Fairmont, but this time you have Fairmont on the hook. You got Jadakiss and Styles P. You got RJ Payne. You got Black Thought. What the heck?
I gotta thank Monch for that. So Pharaoh Monch has become one of my best friends in this music industry, And Monch set that up. Monch co-signed me to Thought, and talked a thought about me, and so he hooked that up. But yeah, man, I got Jada on one joint. I had Styles on the last album. I wish I would have got them both on the same record. You know what I'm saying?
Especially if they won the verses and shit. Come on,
right, for real, yeah.
Damn.
But it's just at this point, man, I'm just doing bucket list shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm working with guys who I really love and appreciate, and that's why I'm doing it. Like I'm so busy with real estate now all the time and going crazy with the real estate realm that I'm just doing music that I absolutely love and that I want to, whatever I want to do.
That's
let's talk about that. I mean, we kind of talked off the air and stuff like that about what's going on with the personal lives. But you kind of put it out there already that you've been transitioning and doing real estate. And how long you been doing real estate?
I've been doing real estate for almost 4 years now, and it's wild because I started to do it because Self-Titled and I were looking for a new hustle to invest our money in, because we would go do these tours. And we were like, we want to invest, but we don't want to involve. Like the stock market seems really tumultuous and crazy. So we wanted to do something a little more solid. And the type of person that I am is if I'm going to invest something and do something, I need to know all about it. I need to know it from the mailroom, from the molecular level. So I was like, I'm going to sell real estate. So that way, us investing in real estate, these agents aren't going to have anything over us. I'm going to know every facet about this. So I go through school, I start doing all this, I join a brokerage, and lo and behold, I'm like in love with it. Like it takes a lot. I'm an ADHD kid, and I'm one of those guys where it takes a lot to hold my attention. I didn't think anything was going to have my attention after hip hop, after me doing this for a living. And then all of a sudden I started doing real estate, and I'm like, damn, I actually love this. Like I can't stop thinking about it. You know what I mean? And I really got into it. So that was it, man. I fell in love with this.
I mean, it's really interesting. I mean, it's cool. Like, D and I talk about this. We talk with a couple of our guests. The fact that our generation right now, it's in between, is that we're now at a point where like we got families, we have kids, and we're still doing this, but we're also got responsibilities. We're taking care of our parents and whatnot and stuff. So let me ask, was there a transition part when you say, look, okay, you said you and Self-Titled got to look for another hustle. What was that turning point? Well, would you say how many years ago and stuff? That was like kind of like, did you see some type of like flag or something that you like, okay, I need to like get ready for this transition that's coming?
No, I wouldn't say like a really transition, because we were still blessed to be on a level of making a good amount, making a good living doing music. Like Self and I are still blessed to have it be lucrative for us. It's just that we're money minded, and we were trying to figure out, because the problem is it wasn't really, there was no like writing on the wall that anything was wrong. But the thing is that we would go out on tour, make these big piles of cash, make money, and then kind of just whittle away at that pile until we had to go back out on tour, make another pile. And we're like, all right, like Self has always been pretty big with investments and stuff like that. But we just wanted to figure out something like really different, so that's the main reason why, I started that right there.
Okay. Would you say that, would you say that also went across the board with the rest of the Demon Gods?
What do you mean? Like
because I mean, obviously, you have the group, but I mean, everyone individually probably doing. Like I know that Ryu just starting his own bar. He has a bar.
Man. Yeah. That's so fire, man. I'm so proud of him, because Ryu's my brother, so I know how much that bar means to him. You know what I mean? So I'm so excited. But I think everybody was kind of just doing their own thing. Black, before he passed, Black was like killing it with car sales, Blackistan. Right. And I was trying to bring Blackistan. He actually came to my brokerage to have a meeting, because I was going to get him into real estate, because I was telling everybody like the money's so crazy. So I was starting to get Black into that and talk to him about that. And it wasn't too long after that he passed away. But
rest in peace and our condolences, man.
Rest in peace, Blackistan, all day. But it's just I think that everybody was kind of on their mission. I don't think that there was like any skip a beat. Demigods primarily too, as far as like functioning, like me and Self we're like Ghost and Ray. Me and Self are like Redman and Method Man. We're the closest. We operate and do everything together. So everybody else is kind of like, you know, the other members of the Wu. They do their own thing. They got their own things going on. SO's got Czarface. You know, Ryu's got the bar. Ryu's doing his thing, and you know, that's really it, man. It's like it didn't really impact anybody or anything like that.
Gotcha. I mean, let's go. Let's take it way back. I mean, you've been doing this for such a long time, since, man, the late 90s, early 2000s and stuff. I mean,
Right.
You came up in such a historic thing. I mean, you came from Connecticut. You came through. If I remember when we first met, you were telling me all the history of the stories you coming out. You even at one point where I remember you were part of Alien Nation with Supernat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, what? I didn't
Yeah.
know that. What?
Yeah.
Yeah. This was when Alien Nation was in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? And Phoenix Orion was called Soundwave back then.
Yep.
Yeah, Phoenix's name was Soundwave, and Alien Nation was this group out of Marcy Projects in Brooklyn. And it was Soundwave, Tech Orb 9, Chewy, all these dudes. But yeah, that was a really fire time. And there was some incredible music that the world has never heard that came out of the Alien Nation camp. That's like nothing you would imagine. Like there was this group that Naptron was a part of called Sonic Dread.
Okay.
Bro,
I remember
Naptron had
Naptron.
this. Yo, Rhett, I'll send you the demo. I have it right here. I have it on SoundCloud.
Oh,
It's
shit.
called
Wow.
Sonic Dread Generation, and the song is called Deep Star 6. I'm telling you, it's one of the illest songs you'll ever hear. It was from like 94. But
Wow.
one of
Damn.
the best hip hop songs I've ever heard in my entire life. It was crazy. They
Wow.
were spitting. But anyway, the Alien Nation at that time had an incredible mystique. They were signed to Palace Records, which is what E-Rule.
Yep.
E-Rule. Remember E-Rule from LA?
Yep.
Listen Up.
Oh, yeah.
E-Rule was on there, and then Crucial Conflict was on the
Yep.
label.
Mm.
And Alien Nation released one official singles, Tell Me, with the B-side Electric Lady.
Right.
And the label didn't push them like that.
Mm.
Right.
But yeah, I was down with them, man. I was rolling with those guys way back. That was in the 90s.
Right. I mean, even at one
Wow.
point, I think you said even at like a hot second. I don't know what. I remember we were talking about this. You were kind of connected with some connection with Rakim.
No, well, I did a show. I did a show with Rakim. Rakim did this little quick New England run, and they took me under their wing, man. This was when the R came out. So this was what, 97?
Okay.
18th letter when that
Right.
shit came out.
And how old were you?
So it was at 97. I was 18.
Damn.
So at the time, you know what I'm saying? Yo, you know, I'll tell you what, bro. Your record back in the 90s, we used to play that on my radio show.
What?
With you and Key Cool. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, what? Cosmonauts?
Yeah. Man.
Damn.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
Bro, that was one of my favorite records, man. I still know Voodoo's verse by heart, bro. Like,
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shouts to Voodoo, man. Shit. Rest in peace to Mean Green too, as well, and shit.
Oh,
like that.
Mean Green passed away, man.
Yeah. So fortunately, man. So
Yo,
I mean,
from Pakistan to the Himalayas to Mount Everest, never
Oh,
reached the
shit.
walking exorcist.
Damn.
If I was the storm, I'd reign supreme. So check your weather forecast for natural
Damn.
disasters.
Oh,
That
I
was
used to
a
love that
big
shit.
influence, bro.
man.
That was
I
a
mean,
big influence back then.
and people, if you don't know, App is a student of hip hop. He's really a student of hip hop. I mean, again, you I remember peeping you out during the hip hop site days and shit.
Yeah, hip hop site. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
that's basically how I kind of got to know you through that. You know, just
Right.
with your with all your music and stuff, and it's going through the store and the website. And at one point, man, because you in Self-Titled and the rest of the Demigods were making some type of noise to a point where you got signed to Atlantic Records.
Right. Yeah. I got signed to Atlantic. It was Jimmy Iovine who first flew us out to LA, though. They flew us out to LA. They put us up in the Standard on Sunset. They gave us, and now keep in mind, we're like in our early 20s, and like I didn't have a cell phone or nothing back then, so they gave us a company cell phone. They gave us a rental. They let us charge whatever we wanted to the room at the Standard. We were being ignorant about it. We were getting haircuts and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we were ODing.
What the
So
hell?
me and Self was out there, and then Jimmy was at the Cleaning Out My Closet video shoot. and he missed his meeting with us. So Mike Karen from Atlantic Records heard we were out there and had us come through. And Mike was like, all right, yeah, cool. So we had a meeting with Mike out in the LA office and we bounced. We went around, we ran around LA. But as soon as I got back to my hotel room, my mom had called my hotel room and my mom was like, hey, some guy from Atlantic Records left a voicemail saying he needed to talk to you ASAP. And I'm like, what? So, you know what I'm saying? So it was dope, man. Then we went back to LA. We met with Craig Coleman and then we got signed. I got signed. And at the time they were saying they just wanted to sign me to a solo deal. So, you know, Self is my best friend. So I had him worked into the contract that he had to have guaranteed amounts of guest appearances and guaranteed amount of production so I could work that in anyway. So I had Self worked in that deal too.
That's dope.
That's crazy. So, okay, so let's go, like, coming from Atlantic and then from then on, you went back into the indie grind and you just like so many solo projects, so many even group projects, you know, Army of the Pharaohs, of course, Demigods. You even did this, you know, did a project with Blackistan. I mean, it's just so many. You have, you know, you're one of the few MCs that able to have a career to this day. But you know, like again, now we're saying now, fast forward, now we're adults, we're adulting. Goodness gracious, you know, and you know. What can you say from the experience from that to that, you know, from say Atlantic days back to the indie grind to up to now? What have you learned, and then what can you say is there any, you think is there any type of connection, or not say connection? Is there some type of any correlation? You doing real estate and music, have you learned something that could apply to both?
Oh yeah, the real estate industry and the music industry are like parallels, like with everything. There's just so many lessons. And I feel like everything I learned in the music industry was like a lower level of like a dojo. And, you know, you complete these other levels to get to higher levels of functioning. And I felt like everything in my life up until this point has prepared me for what I'm doing real estate wise. It's really uncanny sometimes too, because it's really crazy how some of the things that were exact for the music industry are applicable to this real estate industry. And it trips me out sometimes. But I would say for the other thing too, about what I learned with the music industry is just be true to who you are, man, because I'm starting to realize that what is successful to me is not the idea of being platinum and having millions of billions of dollars. It's being able to, you know, sleep at night and be proud of who you are and being able to live with who you are. And I don't know if I'm ever going to discuss it because I see a lot of celebrities running into really tough things. But man, if there was a day where I ever told my stories from what the major label industry was, I gracefully bowed out of that shit. Because the major label, that scene of if they want to bring you to a crazy higher level and do certain shit, it gets to be a scary place, man. And I wanted no part of that. Like, make no mistake about it. Like, I wanted no part of that shit. And I see a lot of things that are happening with Kanye West right now.
Right.
And a lot of people are starting to come out and speak about things. That's not bullshit. That's a lot of that stuff is not cap. A lot of that stuff is not fake or fiction. When you get to a certain point and they want you to do something, you have a fork in the road that you come to. And I'm just to let those powers that be too. No, I'm not gonna be doing too much talking because I have too much shit to do. I got too much stuff to do, and you know I got a whole bunch of things that I care about. But make no mistake about it, man. There's something to the idea of selling your soul and doing evil shit. And I made a decision to go a different route. And I went back to the independent, to the hip hop, to the real, to what I knew. I had a lot of anxiety in the Hollywood realm, in the whole big leagues. It was not for me. So I took off and I went back. And it's funny because some people didn't know how to read that. They didn't know if I was a failure, if I got dropped, if I failed. I didn't fail. I fucking abandoned ship. I was out. I was like, phew, all right, this is too real. I'm out of here, man.
Right.
Because I seen and heard funky, spooky shit. So I would say stay true to yourself, you know, for any artists who are, and really think about what success means and what that is at the end of the day, and how you got to live with yourself when you're 70, 80 years old.
Right.
So the album King of Gods, No Second. Can you explain the title, and it's also like how long was the process that you took to make the album?
Sure, yeah, man. I just like you know, being along with the whole Army of the Pharaohs shit, which is, you know, like with the Wu-Tang guys, you'll have a lot of the Wu-Tang guys do solo projects, and they make illusions with an A, not with an I. They allude to the idea of you know, their kung fu stuff, and they keep that whole imagery and that vibe going. So with the Army of the Pharaohs, Amun-Ra is the king of gods, no second. That was what they called him, king of gods, no second. So it's like saying Amun-Ra. And Amun-Ra was just like a side moniker that I started using, spelling it R-A-W. You know what I'm saying? Like a hip hop play on it, like Amun-Ra. You know, and I had a song with Pumpkinhead and self-titled titled that. So that was just kind of like, it wasn't too much really like deepness into it. It was just a matter of coming up with something ill. And I wanted to keep the Pharaoh vibe going, you know, keep the Pharaoh sound alive. And Stu Bangers and Stu just started sending. I think we decided to do an album after it just organically, like 4 or 5 songs came together, you know.
Okay. Wow. Let me ask you this. I know it's kind of hard to ask because it's like asking who's your favorite kid. What would you say is your favorite song off the album that you recorded, or like you just like, damn, this was the shit?
Right. It's kind of crazy because, you know, the Jadakiss song is like something that I wanted to happen the most. And I loved, you know, how that came about. But I would have to say, like Green Olives is, first of all, my song off the album, Green Olives, I didn't realize it was going to be popular. That song was a cathartic process for me, talking about how I grew up and where I grew up. And it's like even the little intro with the guy talking about the town and these immortal hills, that's like the area where I grew up, amongst these hills and all this. And that whole song's about, you know, how I grew up. I'm talking about my aunts. I shout out my aunts and my cousins in it, you know, the area that I grew up with. And that song is probably my favorite because it means the most to me about growing up. Willimantic was a heavily Puerto Rican area. That's why it's called Green Olives, because the green olives and the chicken and rice are, you know what I'm saying, and all that. And you know, my family has a lot of integration with there's a lot of Puerto Rican presence in my family. Not me directly, it's not in my blood, but that's what I grew up around. So that whole song, that's kind of just a homage to me growing up, all my aunts and uncles and my cousins. And you know, and I was surprised because that song got really popular. Like people really fucked with it. And I didn't think it was gonna fuck with it at all. But sometimes there's records that I do just for myself. Like the record you guys played, The Pieces of 8, I did that just for myself. I didn't think anybody was gonna like it. And then it was my favorite video in the world, and that I had done. But you know, there's certain songs on albums that I just do for me. And I'm always surprised when they fuck with them.
Right.
Yeah. Word. D, you got any questions? I know you.
Man. Yeah, man. You know what? You know, just from the whole DJ community, man, I want to say thank you because you put out instrumentals of your music. You put out acapellas, which is very rare. MCs don't like to get their acapellas out there. You know what I mean? But, you know, as a DJ, we love to you know, just to cut that shit up, to remix that stuff, man. So thank you for putting all that stuff out. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man. Yeah, I'll say about that. That's always a double-edged sword with me because like 80% of the remixes I hear of my shit are fucked up, like on YouTube. Like
I hear you.
People are idiots. Like they'll put it on like they won't even match the BPM like that. When I put out those acapellas, that's for the seasoned veterans out there. You know what I'm saying? The dudes who know what to do with it.
Right.
Because a lot of these dudes are doing remixes, and you know how like some raps will start on a snare. They don't pay any attention to where the rap starts. They just drop it wherever. And I'm like, what the? This sounds like a train wreck, bro. Got me sounding crazy out there. I hate that shit.
I got you.
Yo,
I hear
stop.
you.
This is a message to everybody. Stop remixing my shit if you don't know where to drop my fucking verse. Jesus Christ.
You gotta pay attention. I know for sure. Oh shit.
Word up.
Oh man.
What was the
That
question,
shit is
T?
Disgusting.
No. No, but for real, Stu Bangers had nothing but good stuff to say about you, man, and just your production work ethic and just how detail oriented you are. You know what I mean? After the fact, and just putting stuff together, sequencing, arranging, all that good stuff.
I don't think people realize, like, I'm a fucking lunatic. Like, I am a lunatic. I'll tell you what. Here's one of the biggest compliments I ever received, and this is true. Two good friends of mine, Walt and Premier, both said that next to Kanye West, I am the most picky, annoying dude to work with. They both said that.
Hey,
that's a compliment. That's a compliment.
Hey, and
Right.
and Walt and Primo, you really don't want to get them on the nerves and shit. If the fact that they said that shit, damn.
Right.
Mr.
Right.
Mr.
They
Walt
said
don't
it
play.
Affectionately, right?
No,
They
of
said
course.
it affectionately, very close friends of mine. But I'm nuts, man. Like, I don't think people realize this. When I work on albums, that's a 2 to 5 year process. Every album that I do, and I have them in rotation. I always have albums in a holding pattern.
Okay.
So I'm always working on it, and then I release something, and then I'm working on 2 to 3 other things. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on 4 things right now as we speak, and I just released that King of Gods No Second, and I'm working on Perestroika 2. I'm working on a project with Vanderslice. I'm working on my next solo album. All this stuff. Like I said, me and OC got the Perestroika 2. All of this shit, man. But
crazy.
I'm always working on crazy shit all at the same time.
Yeah, go ahead, T. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was gonna say, how do you balance your time between real estate, music? You know what I'm saying?
Right. So the longest, most tedious shit for me is the sequencing and post-production. Everybody knows this about me, whether it's OC, all these guys. I write, all the demigods know. I write at the speed of light. It's like God is a ghostwriter for me.
Okay.
Like I write ridiculously fast. Like all my concepts, my craziest verses, it's like they come out of the ether. I just channel these shits. Like it's like these songs write themselves. It's so fast. My process is bonkers. And then I'll help other people write too. Wow. And that's how I got into the whole ghostwriting thing and started working with other artists, because I got known for writing in the studio real fast and being done. You know what I'm saying? So, but the biggest process for me is the post-production. That's where I agonize. Like when me and OC did Perestroika, the first album together, O and I recorded to these beats, and I had O come through and I did all these beats. Next time O heard them, they were totally different beats. And he's like, this is dope. This is dope. Then the next time he heard them, they were totally different beats again. And I'm like, it's not right. It's not.
Damn. You switch it like at least like one, like say one song. It's probably like 3 versions of it per se.
Right. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. And there's evidence of that, because I'll release them over the years and shit too, like the demo version and all of that. So I keep remixing shit all the time. Like the song Demigods is Back, which is me, Self, and Ryu over the Rocky shit. That was originally a Shuko beat, and Shuko had done it for Cypress Hill, and it was Bohemian Rhapsody. And it was a Bohemian Rhapsody sample of Queen. And we had it to that. That was the original Demigods is Back. And then for some reason, it wasn't clicking to me. And I think Shuko, like I said, I think it was up in the air with Cypress Hill at the time. They didn't end up using it. But I remixed it because I didn't want to risk that. I didn't want to get too attached to it. So I remixed it with that shit, the shit that is now.
Okay.
So
well, let's talk about the OC. How did you get them to how did you connect with them to do the project? How did you able to say, hey, work with me, and being that you were saying already about how you're very intense and very focused in terms of doing stuff. How did he deal with your work progress and compared to like how he probably might used to learn how to not learn, but how he used to record back in the days per se?
So O will tell you this. O has been the number one single-handed person who gave me more confidence in myself. And what I mean by that is I've always felt like we, the indie guys, were the little brothers to the OGs. Like I felt like we were the little brothers to the Beatnuts, Pharoah Monch, all these guys. But always like, because when I first met O, this is why I'm saying this, O already knew who I was in my catalog, and I was surprised by that. And O was like, yo, you got to stop like being surprised that people know who you are. Like you're at the table, like you're sitting at the table too. And even saying that, I feel weird. I feel strange saying it. But O was like, you need to give yourself that credit. He's like, I know all your shit. Yeah. So I told O, I said, yo, I'd love to produce some shit for you. And we met at an Organized Confusion show. This was years ago that I think Pumpkinhead put it on. It was the last time I saw Pumpkinhead in person too. But Pumpkinhead put this show on, I think. And I walked up to O and I had a cassette with me. I had Word Life because I knew he was going to be there. And I had him sign my Word Life. I'm a fan first, always. Yeah. And so he signed the Word Life. And I said, yo, I want to produce for you. He said, yo, take my math. So I called him like a day later. And I said, yo, I want to produce a project for you. I'll produce the whole shit. He said, nah. And I said, fuck. I said, well, a beat? He goes, nah, I want to do the album with you. I want you to rap on it too.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, all right.
Even better.
Like, come on. He's one of my biggest influences in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, OC is one of my top MC influences ever. Yeah. So I was bugged out about that. So we just went right to work. And when it took him a minute to understand my process, but then he said this is him saying this is what the only reason I feel comfortable saying. Always like App is a mad genius. Like he'll take shit and do shit that you would never think. And he just started trusting the process. Once he saw what I was doing, and then he was now he's like hands off approach. He's like, yo, do your magic, boom. And so that's kind of how that whole thing went down.
Wow. That is the biggest compliment. If someone like OC says, just do you, I trust you, whatever, how it comes out. So that's really dope. That's really dope.
I had a few of those. When I had mixed Stop What You're Doing for Premiere, when Premiere, I recorded the vocals, and Premiere was like, all right, I'm gonna mix it. And I said, yo, listen, I know this is crazy, but I grew up studying you guys, and I have like OCD with hip hop. I'm a lunatic. I've studied you guys. I know your sounds. You guys are how I learned to mix. Let me mix the record. And Preem was like, no, absolutely. Nobody touched my shit.
I can see him going, no, yeah, you aren't doing any of my shit, man. No app.
So exactly. He's like, nah, we can't do that. Like, I got a certain way I do everything. So I said, yo, listen, let me send you 3 records right now so you can hear the way I mix. And tell me this isn't, in the sound of, in the vein of Eddie Sancho, and because that's who I studied, Eddie and everybody. So I sent it to him, and then like 20 minutes later, he just sends me a link to the stems. I was like, yes,
damn.
He's like, yo, App is one of the only rap dudes I've ever let mix his own song. So he trusted me with that, which was the biggest compliment ever, and I'm very humbled by.
As you should, man. But dude, like I said, you're right. Primo don't let no one, unless it's himself or Eddie. Other than that, he said, no, man, no, you can't.
By the way, same thing happened with Pete Rock too.
Oh, what?
Oh, when you did a joint with Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Oh.
We went to we did like, I just started doing a rough mix, and we went to DITC Studios, and so I went there and met up with Pete there, and I started showing Pete, all the records, and Pete was like, "Oh, all right, we're good," because he was talking about who was gonna mix it, what we were gonna do, and then I showed it to him. He's like, "All right, we're good. You got it." And then I was like, "Yes, let's go."
Yeah, he usually go to what's his name, Jamie Staub, right? Is that his
right?
name?
Jamie, yeah, Jamie, and Jamie's legendary. You know what I'm saying? Good. Yo, I'm of course you're knowledgeable, but that's still impressive that you.
So let's take some questions from the chat room. I know we have someone. I don't know if I should ask this question. It's because it's one of those. I wouldn't say oozy, but it's like. So we got NJ2AK saying is ask App how that Get Busy committee thing came about.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. we were just all hanging out with each other. I mean, Ryu's beyond my best friend. He's one of my brothers. He was one of the groomsmen at my, my wedding that I had back in the past. And Ryu is one of my closest friends. I used to live with him out in LA. To say we're brothers is an understatement, And then Scoop was just always around, man. Scoop was hanging out with us and working with us. Scoop was hanging out with us since he was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? So Scoop was like 15 years old. So, and we were just together like every single day when I was living out there in LA. And we just started fucking around and making that album, man. And it just turned out, we were just having fun, man. We didn't give a fuck. Like, that's why Get Busy Committee sounded the way it sounded. And that's why we were like singing and doing dumb shit, because we were literally just having fun. We knew we weren't whack, so we knew what we could get away with, what we couldn't get away with. And there was a lot of crazy shit that came out of those sessions. And there's actually a Get Busy Committee 2 that is an album that's totally done. I got it in the bag. We have Busta Rhymes on it, all of this shit. But that's when things fell apart. And out of respect for everybody, we keep it kind of on the low. There's a couple records that came off of it that are out on YouTube. But we had some smasheroos on that second one.
Wow. I mean, is this the time when Scoop was starting to really bubble as a producer? I mean, I remember that. I remember this time he was like, obviously he was working with Snoop. He was starting to
Kendrick. We were sitting around in Scoop's apartment, and he was making those the records, the Recipe and the Kendrick shit and the Snoop I Wanna Rock. I was there for all those when he made all those. We were all sitting there. We were all fucking around. Scoop's the reason. Here's the interesting thing. I was always a fucking super vinyl snob, and I was always about vinyl. And Scoop is the reason why I started sampling off YouTube, and I thought it was okay. Because Scoop basically gave me the confidence, like, yo, look, we know what we're doing. We can make shit sound good. You don't have to trip out and be so, anal retentive about sampling off vinyl. He's like, you can sample whatever the fuck you want, and we're going to make it sound dope. So Scoop was the reason that I stopped sampling off vinyl. I was like a pain in the ass, and I just started sampling off YouTube. So from everything from 2009, the year 2009 after, 99% of that shit is me sampling off YouTube or Spotify or whatever the fuck I can use. Before that, I was just agonizing over vinyl problems. You know what I mean?
All right, so we got another question. Abel Maserati says, being a producer, what artist you produce a whole album for? I mean, or who would you like to produce for?
Who would I like to produce for? Holy shit, I would love.
Or did you besides the OC project? Is there any albums that you just front to back you produced a full album?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I did my album. I did fucking. Handshakes with Snakes, the most of the Perestroika, like 95% of the Perestroika album. There's a lot of albums that I've done tons and tons of production. But what I would love to do is I've already produced for Eric Sermon. I would kill to produce an EPMD album.
What?
I want to produce an EPMD album so bad, bro.
Wait. You did a whole album with Eric Sermon?
No, not a whole album. I produced the song Vernia off his last album titled Vernia, and I had the original version, which had a sample that couldn't get cleared, and so Rockwilder went and remixed that, and that's what made it on the official album. But my version is still on YouTube. Somebody put it up. I don't know if Eric put it up or who put it up, but my version is on YouTube, and working with Eric is fire, man. I love Eric. I love hanging out with Eric. He's a lunatic. He tells the best stories. He's the nicest guy. He's the satisfaction that you want to out of a producer, because he loses his mind over shit. Like other rappers, you play them beats and they're like, yeah, that's dope. Eric loses his mind. It's like a party. You play a beat and he's tapping his friends. He's like, you hear that shit? Eric is like the best reaction that you would want when you play somebody beats. That's Eric Sermon. And he gets really into it. Or if he's not feeling it, he'll just be like this. That's it. So it's really easy. I love it because you can read Eric. You know where you're going with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he's just a super fucking charismatic, friendly, dope guy. But him and Parrish, man, that producing an album for them would be fucking ridiculous. You know what I mean?
Man, all right. So let's even go back to it. Like, if you had a choice, or who was your dream artist, like a whole album, who would you want to produce?
EPMD, and also nowadays there's two artists too that I produced a ton of shit for Locksmith. I want to say I produced like 6 or 7 records for Locksmith. I'd love to do a whole album with Lock, and also RJ Payne, who's a good friend of mine too.
RJ Payne.
Sick.
Yeah, all right. So we have another
and
one.
Nas too. Nas. I'm bugging out Nas.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'd love to do an album for Nas.
All right. So we have Taze 1200. He says, being an MC regarding lyrics, do you read a lot of books, and have you always?
Yeah, I used to read like a maniac. I used to read a lot of esoteric, metaphysical stuff. You know, a lot of biblical text and you know, Qurans, Bibles, Torahs, Dead Sea Scrolls, Urantia Foundation, Holy Tabernacle, all of that. I used to read all of that, and then I would just read a whole bunch of other stuff too. You know, fiction books, all that. But in the last, I don't know, 10, 15 years, I just don't have any time to read. I'll get audiobooks, and I listen to audiobooks when I drive. But if there's ever a time where I have time to sit down and read a book, I fall asleep probably. Like there's no way. With me being a father, I just don't have the time to make for myself, because any extra time that I could have to read a book, I'm probably chilling with my kids or doing something for my kids.
Right.
We got one more question here. As a Crystal Blaze asking for a producer, saying, what standalone or DAW are you currently using to make beats?
Once again, so Self and I, we started using Acid, which originally was by Sonic Foundry.
Yeah.
And then it got bought by Sony, and now it's Magic's. But Self-Titled put me onto Acid back in the day, and then we started doing everything in it. It was Acid and SoundForge in correlation. Mm-hmm. And Scoop DeVille used Acid too. Scoop DeVille had the program Acid when he did all those Kendrick records, all the Snoop records, all our shit. Scoop always used Acid at that point. I mean, he would use some things too, you know, to trigger like a machine or something like that when the machine first came out. Right. But so I've totally mastered Acid, working on Acid. And I just have it down to a complete science, man. And I do everything. I mix, master, arrange, sequence, record, produce. I make the beats there. I produce. I do every single step of the entire album in Acid and a little bit in SoundForge.
Oh, wow. So basically, if Primo would send you Pro Tool sessions, but he would send you stems, and you just drop it on the and line it up and shit.
Yep. I line them all. That's how I mastered it. That's how Stu, everybody, when they send me the beats, I'll just I'll import them, lock it to the grid, figure out what the BPM is. If a producer doesn't use, like if a producer sends me a beat that's like 86.4834, I try to figure out as close as what I can, and then I change it, and I only use maybe 4 bars of theirs with the moved, altered, slightly altered, so it locks to the grid at least a 0.5. You know what I mean?
Right.
Instead of the crazy shit, because the crazy shit could just end up being problematic. There's more headaches. You know what I mean? Like, and there were times where I get beats from producers sometimes, and it wouldn't even be on a grid. And I'd have to make sense out of it and lock it to that grid, because it affects everything. It affects delay effects. It affects, duplicating and copying and pasting. So I just can't have it not locked to the grid. So I right away, I'll take a producer's thing. They'll send me 3 minutes of it. I only take 4 bars of it, or 8 or whatever is required, or a different sequence. And then I copy and paste the whole way.
It just shows you that it doesn't matter what you use. It's the person and how they can freak it, basically.
Yeah.
1000%, bro. 1000%.
Yeah. Man, I think it's so dope that you also, mix and and just learn that whole science of it, because that's a whole nother world that a lot of MCs don't even want to mess with. You know what I'm saying?
That was like, you know, necessity is the mother of invention. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just sick of my stuff not sounding the way I wanted it to sound.
Right.
And it was driving me insane. So it started off simple as this, where I'd be like, you know what? I wish that fucking sample had more bass in it.
Yeah.
Why don't I go into this program and turn up a little bit more bass? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And then I'd be like, well, I wish that there was, you know, this happening. I wish my vocals cut through a little bit sharper.
Yeah.
So I would experiment with that and do things, and it just turned into that, you know? And then I just got obsessive compulsive with fucking around with, you know, sequencing and messing around with shit and doing all that. And now it's super fun for me, putting in the little sound effects and the drops and the changes and all that. I love all that shit.
I mean, would you say you have more fun producing and being an engineer versus, say, as a MC or a writer?
1000%, bro. 1000%, man. Because I mean, I've been rapping for so long, it's just nothing to me now. You know what I'm saying? It's like muscle memory. It's not even anything. And then producing is just like trying to solve the craziest puzzle while having fun doing it. You know what I mean? And like trying to figure out things, be like, no, that doesn't work, and then redoing it and doing this and that. It's definitely a lot more fun and challenging.
Right. Would you say, would there be any chance of having another Demigods or, you know, Army of the Pharaohs album? Because I know everyone, again, we're adulting now. Everyone's in different parts. But is there a chance? I mean, would there be any chance of at least some type of EP? I know you guys will at least do a posse cut, but is there be at least a project in the works?
Not Demigods. Demigods. I'm not gonna do another Demigods album without Blackistan. So I retired it. His jersey's in the rafters. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a wrap. Like I'm putting Demigods to bed. We made a great album, but out of respect and love for him, you know what I'm saying? Like I got Black tattooed right here on my arm. You know, out of respect and love for Black, I'm not doing another Demigods album. That's it. We had Killmatic. That was fucking fantastic. Who knows? Army of the Pharaohs. We did the tribute song to Black. You know what I mean? You never know. But I think we all kind of feel the same. Like he wasn't just somebody we rapped with. He was a huge part of our heart. You know what I mean? Like massive, all of us. And it would be tough. I feel like it would be tough to do that. It would be heavy on everybody. You know?
Yeah.
No, that's real. No, that's very honorable. Speaking of which, I don't know if you're willing to stay up late, because I know it's probably like almost 1 over there and stuff like that. But we in the end, I know we were saying, man, I can't stay up. I have to drink some coffee and shit like that. But what we'd like to do on Soundcheck is like we like to do like drink chapters, give our guests their flowers. So I don't know if you. I mean, I don't know if you want to stay up late, which is understandable.
Yeah, I'm with it. How late are we talking here?
I mean, not too late, you know, but enough. Just like I'm playing enough joints from from the new album, playing some stuff from from Demigods and stuff, like a little bit of everything and stuff like that. So, because I don't know if anyone did any tribute mixes to you before and shit like that. So.
I'm with it, man. Listen, first of all, you're a legend, so it's an honor that you're gonna do a tribute mix for me. Where the fuck am I gonna go to sleep right now? I gotta stay up for this now.
I don't know. I mean, hey, check's in the mail, okay? So I mean, so what we do is like we're gonna put App in the green room. If there's any more questions, D, we'll take it in the chat rooms and stuff like that. But let's do it like this. I'm gonna put you guys right here in the back, and I'm going to start off like this. Just kind of set off the, off the album, King of Gods, No Second. This joint's called PSC, featuring Styles P. Let's get into the mix. Everyone, put a fire emoji for our special guest, Apathy.
a terror since the public school era. I was a terror since the public school era. I was a terror since the public school era. I was a terror since the public school era. I was a terror since the public school era. I was a terror since the public school era. I turned terror since the public school era. I was a terror since the public school era. I was a terror since the public school era. I was a terror since the public school era. I was a terror since the public school era. I turned terror public era. I was a terror since the public school era. I was a terror since the public school era. I was a terror since the public school era. I was a terror since the public school era. I was a terror since the public school era. I was a terror since the public school era. I was a terror since the public school era. I was a terror since the public school era.
As a kid, I studied rap, sat in front of my speaker. Dead broke, went to school, they were front of my sneaker. As a kid, I studied rap, sat in front of my speaker. Dead broke, went to school, they were front of my sneaker. As a kid, I studied rap, sat in front of my speaker. Dead broke, went to school, they were front of my sneaker. As a kid, I studied rap, sat in front of my speaker. Dead as a kid, I studied rap, sat in front of my speaker. Dead broke, went to school, they were front of my sneakers. Bag hoes, pass notes, right in front of my teacher. Mom picked me up, don't sit in the front and she'll beat you. Rappers hated me, haters couldn't front of me either. So nice, almost got shot in front of the fever. And all I ever wanted was some fronts in a Beamer. In the days when you could get confronted for feelers. Where the Jordans are pumps, you could jump for your sneakers. So I kept the whole trunk full of pumps and Ninas. What a motherfucking genius, selling these features. So slick, bitches thought I had telekinesis. Had hoes on deck, kept my hoes in check. Was like Dracula without poking holes in their neck. Show respect anytime me and the homies connect. Got a chauffeur to the show if someone show me the check.
I was a terror since the public school era. I was a terror since the public school era. I was a terror since the public school era.
I was a terror since the public school era. Used to tag up on the public school mirror. I was a terror since the public school era. Used to tag up on the public school mirror. I was a terror since the public school era. Used to tag up on the public school mirror. I was a terror since the public school era. Used to tag up on the I was a terror since the public school era. Used to tag up on the public school mirror. Get a bathroom pass, make it last for the period. Fuck every class except math, cause it's serious. Used to transport in my jeans sport. Getting home, do my homework and knock my grams off. Suspended for a fight, then I'ma be gone for a week. Think about how many blunts could I light. White hour in the orange box cutter. I got this new leather, I be selling rock butter. Homies don't talk, but they letting the Glock stutter. I heard you talking tough, but I know that you not gutter. I was a terror since the public school era. Smarter than a nerd, but stronger than Kemper Terror. When the box bands had the big acid terrorists, I was kinda young, but I knew where the good fellas go.
I was a terror since the public school era. I was a terror since the public school era. I was a terror since the public school era.
Back in the days of the public school era. Back in the days of the public school era. Back in the days of the public school era.
Sound check.
That level your little village, living with the villains and beat up in broke buildings. My lyrics like lava that level your little village, living with the villains and beat up in broke buildings. My lyrics like lava that level your little village, living with the villains and beat up in broke buildings. My lyrics like lava that level your little village. My lyrics like lava that level your little village. Living with the villains and beat up in broke buildings. Always been top billing from dollar bill to a billion. A scholarly skill at killing the mic where you ice grilling. You gremlin, you hobgoblins, trolls under the bridges. I stay moving pounds like banks if I was British. Thanks to all you bitches, bum snakes and snitches. If it wasn't for naysayers, I wouldn't be this vicious. Shatter solid rock with thoughts and vocal pitches. Habs like G-Rap on a fabulous road to riches. I'm chilling on the beach, new bangers on the beats. Every show that we play is narrated by Robin Leach. Crazy and out of reach, like humans moving to Mars. I'm superhuman, I'm large, I'm mutant spewing these bars. Cops Rico the squads, feds repo the cars. I ain't trying to catch a charge and chill with Chico the barge. I'm so sick you barf, I'm all bite no bark. Go all night from dark to dawn's light, then dart back into my black coffin. A vampire that sparks, a torch to count hearts and various body parts. A savage rabbit shark, I'm bad as Jurassic Park. Was taught in the class of arts, I studied stats and charts. In black magic, I'm smart. You whack rappers distraught from the little beef you brought. Prepared for the onslaught.
So put your gun away, run away, cause I'm back. Why? Hit 'em up, get 'em up, split 'em up now. Tell me what's going on. It make me wanna. The holy beast is watching us. The holy beast is watching us. Watch. The holy beast is watching us.
Hey, yo. Right now, you're rocking with the best. Yo, it's J Sinai, and I'm tuned in to Soundcheck with the Beat Junkies, DJ RHETTMATIC and D Styles. Peace.
Just like a condor, I ain't got a con horse when your boy is on tour. This is what you long for, a cordial invite to get this sword in your windpipe. Unfortunate, right? You in the source with a mic, or maybe half of one. I'm laughing, son, you can't endure it. Esoteric damage done is maximum. I stand tall and never will I fall. Cut their backs against the wall, kinda like action figures and how they package them. I'm back from the dead. With that said, you don't pack lead. You a soft thug, Frank Miller, how I draw blood to God flow. Raps radioactive like Bosco with a spider that bit Parker. Take what I say as gospel. Smacking your head dead off your motherfucking shoulder. Your motherfucking shoulder. Hit like boulders. Smacking your head dead off your motherfucking shoulder. This ain't no game, boy. I came to draw blood. Draw blood. Draw blood. Draw blood.
I'm after the gold and after that the platinum. Sink the 8-ball and start racking them. Wrapping them up in paper bands. Heard you pay for your fans. I never drop a triple fake until they pay the advance. I'm 10,000 feet above, about to make it to France. From this height, with human sight, it's like the haters are ants. And if I use the telescope, I see them waving their hands. All trying to duplicate each other's DNA strands. I'm a motherfucking savage, I'm a white caveman who put a gap beside your grill like Mike Strahan. You might catch a stray with the shade right through your right hand. While you writing and wiping blood that'll smudge up your Ray-Bans. Got cloud during droughts, I'm doing the rain dance. Till trout start to bounce upstream, I'm Rain Man. Got the whole block flooded, now they calling me Noah. Now hoes call me over and beg me to pound the chocha. You all a real shook like walking around the cold when you talking about Jehovah. Be careful when I approach you. The potion mixing a hocus pocus spitter. Don't consider my flow beginner. I'm older than Yoda figures holding a stick of Drake with a boa constrictor. I'm older than scripture. Propones in your dome like the most potent elixir. I'm with the Pope in the picture. We sniffing coke with a stripper. We ripping open some liquor to drip it over your sister.
Once again, you're checking out Soundcheck with RHETTMATIC and D Styles doing a special tribute mix to the one and only Apathy. New album out, King of Gods, no second. This joint's called No Time to Waste, featuring the one and only Jadakiss. And once again, you're checking out
Soundcheck.
I'm a 79 baby. I grew up in the 80s in the radius of Raider shirts drying on my radiators. Tackleberry with the Ray-Ban aviators. Ronald Reagan with the Star Wars. I'm a 79 baby. I grew up in the 80s in the radius of Raider shirts drying on my radiators. Tackleberry with the Ray-Ban aviators. Ronald Reagan with the Star Wars. I'm a 79 baby. I grew up in the 80s in the radius of Raider shirts drying on my radiators. Tackleberry with the Ray-Ban aviators. Ronald Reagan with the Star Wars. I'm a 79 baby. I grew up in the 80s in the radius of Raider shirts drying on my radiators. Tackleberry with the Ray-Ban aviators. Ronald Reagan with the Star Wars space lasers. Spade players, straight shots and straight razors. We was 8 years old hustling 8th graders. Now my strength greater than the Tyson haymaker. Make your brains go haywire a day later. I'm half bionic and half man. This footage of me flipping cop cars on dash cam. You probably need a body cast plus a CAT scan. Crash land on your block, treated like a trash can. Shock the body with electrical volts, with several jolts to the bolts on the side of my throat. I'm the Frankenstein monster, stomping out the villagers, trying to battle dead legends, holographic images.
Murdering, killing, murdering, killing, murdering, killing.
Say what you say, but I don't hear it though. Nicer than niggas, but I don't wanna kill their spirits though. Yeah, I see you chasing your dreams, keep pursuing them. Tell a young nigga he garbage and that'll ruin him. Care about people's opinions, it mean a lot to him. Bullshit drip that he wearing is just his costume. You can agree to disagree, now you a op to him. Got you all out of your elements, sending shots to him. Pain shit with the gauge, shoddy art. We did heavy cardio today, one body part. Knocking supreme clientele, rocking the Wally Clarks. You to leave me the fuck alone, that'll be probably smart. Real niggas, see they change rarely. Messing with these sucker niggas, see they change daily. Don't wanna talk to them, want them nowhere near me. Bad for your health niggas, red meat and dairy. If we ever collide, we gon' boom. You know the cloth I'm cut from, that's called goon. They thinking we trippin', they ain't lying, we on shrooms. Cause you can still have a funeral just on Zoom.
Murdering, killing, murdering, killing, murdering, killing, murdering, killing.
I'm on some real matador shit. I wave away the bull. We rap till we rich like we eat till. I'm on some real matador shit. I wave away the bull. We rap till we rich like we eat till. I'm on some real matador shit. I wave away the bull. We rap till we rich like we eat till. I'm on some real matador shit. I wave away the bull. I'm on some real matador shit. I wave away the bull. We rap till we rich like we eat till we full. I mean skin, marrow, bones, the whole nine. The ghost of a prospector patrolling his gold mine. Thinking about starting up jihad like old times. But this matrix agent's jumping through my phone lines. A whole task force going through my old rhymes. Avert your eyes when I shine, I go blind. The arc of the current covenant found by Dr. Jones. Philosopher's stones covered in fossils and bones. I'm chilling in a ship lit with phosphorescent tones, putting washed up rappers in the convalescent homes. The hoes go crazy like Sylvia Plath, feeling the wrath of this dick when I drill him in half. Make light bulbs explode when the filament flash. Fleeing the scene with a mask and bags filled with the cash. And y'all are Roscoe, Pete, Coltrane, trained officers. Office in your office with sausages and esophaguses. You Hollywood cause you just got fame, but you could get eliminated just as quick as you came.
Rock you in your face, left from on the ground. Everything was cool till the cops came around. Left from on the ground. Everything was cool till the cops came around.
Face down on the pavement. Face down. Face down on the pavement.
Bully of the block shit, terribly tough. Bully of the block shit, terribly tough. Bully of the bully of the bully of the block shit, terribly toxic. Fuck a deeper meaning, it's apparent we pop shit. An arrogant American in Paris to rock shit. Spitting at the camera on some pop shit. Sitting at a table loading Glock clips. Waiting for apocalypse. Deep in hidden passages. Webster Papadopoulos. Pop rappers wanna pop Sandy's. Preposterous. Climb up to the top and on top of your whole metropolis. Honky Kong's back. Planes are circling, brains are working in overtime when apps start murdering. Mic circuits in the sight for the sight of a missile surfacing. Go call a surgeon and tell him this rapper's burning his burgundy on the rug, his slugs in the sheetrock. I'm a wolf walking around every time that the sheep flock. I feel like a werewolf, fist fighting an Ewok. I feel like an Air Jordan compared to a Reebok. Kill giants like Jack when I hack at the beanstalk. My raps are like crack, I've been hearing the fiends talk. My product just speak for itself. The narcotic in your car, the car speakers to melt. Everybody hit the deck when that reach for the belt. I'm buying every single bottle, left the bleach on the shelf to dispose of. Foes of mine find explosives hidden under the hood of the no good cook.
When I was younger, unruly, my squad kept patchouli high. Bad guys like Robert and Stone and Cooley High made a role model out of Capone and Lucian. Used to swear we would be out of control until we die. Atlantic City Gucci on, rope chains heavy on a Dookie John. Fucking with some fiends on a Pookie joint, with dreams of weighing up like Stanley Tukey's on the strip. Had some hustlers on a John Belushi joint. Every day another groupie joint, get a coochie tone. Even though it's wrong, that's the norm when the Lucci long. Way before the iceberg sweater with the Snoopy on. Knew a lot of Philly Jack boys with a goofy on and a prayer bump. Machine gun pump from a sword on shotgun. Hand on a pump, and it's beyond disgusting every time it dump. Range be wide as fuck, whatever kind you want. If you a psycho, like no other motherfucker, so from the soul. I'm from where it ain't no kind of gun control. Streets on patrol, kids wildin' like they drunk a whole bottle of Patron. Looking old, living took its toll. This is for my 215 trooper team. Used to being spoiled cause we too supreme. Back to the future, cream spinning, still winning in court. When charge pinning, then I pay my support. Yo, let all my children, and I'm a life size. Tripe style ain't no Mr. Nice Guy. Vice guy, gotta pay the piper, but the price high. My advice is to never try to live my lifestyle. Hostile murder from Manhattan to Moscow. One to make you scream, two to make you shout. What a clout chase about, no doubt. Erase them out before we rob these idiots blind. We case them out, take a safer route. You can catch me on my paper route. Hey, yo.
arts and evil things roam the block like the puppets from Dark Crystal. You think you watching Transporter, how we sparking pistol. Things roam the block like the puppets from Dark Crystal. You think you watching Transporter, how we sparking pistol. Things roam the block like the puppets from Dark Crystal. You think you watching Transporter, how we sparking pistol. Things roam the block like the puppets from Dark. Things roam the block like the puppets from Dark Crystal. You think you watching Transporter, how we be sparking pistols. You're just cronies, demigods is the real Goonies. Back smacking industry cats who try to sue me for samples that didn't clear. Really, we didn't care. Long as what we produced was dope for your ears. Cheers. Fill the whole Coliseum as we gladiate. The type of accolades you get when you graduate. Summa cum laude, folding bitches like Pilates. Pocahontas, she's a hottie hottie. Rock the body. I'm duck hunting, blowing pixels out your TV. Whack, boom. Afraid of a mic is like Spider-Man with arachnophobia. Or a dope fiend afraid to shoot the opium up. My rhymes stop animation like Chicken Run. Air block out, even the chicks are run.
You know the time. Raw shit.
You know the deal. We been Christ-like since the days of Zelda and Excite bikes. First edition night flights, Atari's and been Christ-like since the days of Zelda and Excite bikes. First edition night flights, Atari's and been Christ-like since the days of Zelda and Excite bikes. First edition night flights, Atari's and been Christ-like since the days of Zelda and Excite bikes. Been Christ-like since the days of Zelda and Excite bikes. First edition night flights, Ataris and light brights. Gizmo and Spike disintegrated in bright light. I'm bite-proof, ignite the booth and use it as a night light. Night of the bass heads, competitors taste lead. I'm stingy with the dough, never been known to break bread. AKs and crates, I get 15 for 8 G's. Negotiate with Lebanese dudes over grape leaves. The bitch thirsty and slurp me until she get brain freeze. I'll pop you in Boston and take a train out of Braintree. Back to CT, scot-free like it's home base. The flow makes neck snap back to the bone breaks. We're still in the studio in some old crates. Pulverized, get a Pulitzer Prize and stopping your post rate. You Pulp Fiction hoes overdose and get the needle. Get your people, cause I'm known to get lethal. Leave you in fetal position. My written craft, it's so fatal to herbs. I got eagles like an Alaskan nature reserve. Check the fine print. Industry rules are for the feeble. All hail the sacred beetle when you step in this cathedral. It's a theory that rappers wanna bite when they hear me rap. So clearly that gives me permission to reveal the whack and peel the cap back. Backpacks that conceal a gas. Ceilings collapse. Steel girders melt when they feel the tracks.
Once again, you're checking on Soundcheck. And you listen to the sounds of Apathy. Shouts to everyone in the chat room, where you're watching on YouTube or YouSound, and Twitch.
Side bitch, pass right past her. Putting no washed up bitches out the pasture. I'm the Grim Reaper for all of these new rappers. Holding mics and murder scenes like newscasters. Time to celebrate, throw up the yellow tape. Chalk around the body and laugh while they souls elevate. LMAO, yo, must have been smelling yayo. My J.O. got me going to hell with a halo. Better tuck your chain, I snatch AU. Reach up to the sky and slap the God you pray to. Fuck it, here's a preview. Paragraphs will freeze you. Seize you by the throat and choke you until your cheeks blue. Regroup before I turn your body into pea soup. Shatter your skull plate and make your brain reboot. Like bleep bloop. Stick up anybody if I need loot. You wanna be a wolf? Then go and get you a sheep suit. Ultra synthetic. NK Ultra synthetic. It was one evening in the late 1980s while watching television that I picked up on the programming. The carefully curated commercials began to unlock deadly parts of my body that were watching. Abracadabra, the slasher that turned rapper. Only walk the red carpet to cover the blood. Abracadabra, the slasher that turned rapper. Only walk the red carpet to cover the blood. Abracadabra, the slasher that turned rapper. Only walk the red carpet to cover the blood. Abracadabra, the slasher that turned rapper. Abracadabra, the slasher that turned rapper. Only walk the red carpet to cover the blood splatter. I'm faster and deadly as data they gather the master. Particle accelerators, we're searching for dark matter, y'all. I ain't come to grab the mic and rock the party. I came to cock the shotty and knock the shit. I'm like Rocky playing hockey, peep my game face. I'll uppercut you out your Nike. Trust me, it ain't safe, I can't even aim straight. I pray the ricochet in your face will meet in the same place. You always smoking that crack with Lamar Odom, scratching your scrotum and hacking NASA with a dollar modem. All the bodies and skeletons I produce got them thinking there's a Jack the Ripper rapper on the loose. Boost records like steel from juice, you want a truce when I punch you in the nose like the Wally World Moose. I appeared through a cloud of smoke rising from the floor, levitating. Alakazam, I appeared through a cloud of smoke rising from the floor, levitating. Alakazam, I appeared through a cloud of smoke rising from the floor, levitating. Alakazam, I appeared through a cloud of smoke rising from the floor. Alakazam, I appeared through a cloud of smoke rising from the floor, levitating above them all. Beyond the Call of Duty, O's a Commodore, rank much higher than the captain and the officer. Most of these rappers nowadays ill-advised, skirt wearers, purse carriers look feminine. Besides, it's a movement that exists, and it's Colgate Prize. So stop hiding out yourself if that's your lifestyle. It's nothing wrong with being true to your form, but a fraud is being something you're not. My uniform's decorated with stripes and stars, medals and gold bars, and ribbons draped weighing down my camouflage. The game's rigged from the start, in other words, call it sabotage. Falling, I assume the role of John Hobbs. Burn tarot cards till flames turn bluer than aliens from Avatar, Paradise, Shangri-La. Ha. Got to know. I've been waiting so long. Got to know. I've been waiting so long. One man army. Soundcheck. One man army. One man army.
One man army. I'm the one man army. I'm the one, 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 I'm the 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 I'm the I'm the one, 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 I'm the I'm the one, I'm the one, I'm the one, I'm the I'm the one, 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 I'm the one man army, one man army, one man army, one man army, one army, one army,
Hey yo, I'm counting all this money, I'm stacking up the hundreds, I'm brushing off my shoulders cause the cash is in abundance. I'm badder than you buzzards, who battle but you bugging. I splatter you for front and leave you shackled in my dungeon. I'm shack when I be dunking, leave you shattered like a pumpkin on a porch on Halloween when all the teens are halfway drunken. I'm laughing while I'm fucking and my shaft is steady pumping in your bitch while you be watching like a chaperone or something. And acetone I'm dunking, the axe I used to bludgeon. You rappers who be bluffing, puffing crack rock or something. I snatch the fucking sun right out the atmosphere and summon several savage winged horses with the force of cattle running. I'm stampeding your function, I'm kidnapping the mic in the pitch black and night. The kick raps I like, got chips stacked the heights of cliffs campers hike. The clicks cancel like, quickly cancel your life. I'm kinda cannibal like, the rhyming animal type. I'm toxic when I'm rocking, so close the canister tight. I kill, so stand still like a mannequin might. A mannequin might panic, so pan the camera right to a crowd of fans ignited. The night the ambulance lights gave disbelievers a seizure. Then they vanished from sight, flip those like Vanna White and the white van doing right. Like I got a missing puppy and lots of candy for tight.
I'll be the worst night. 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 I'll be the worst. I'll be the worst. I'll be the worst. I'll be the worst night. I'll be the worst night. I'll be the worst. I'll be the worst. I'll be the worst night. I'll be the worst night. I'm the worst night. I'm the worst night. I'm the worst night. I'm the worst night. I'll be the worst.
Hell with the flavor. Mary, mother of Christ, get crushed with a spike. I'm disgusting on mic, suckers get their jugular flavor. Mary, mother of Christ, get crushed with a spike. I'm disgusting on mic, suckers get their jugular flavor. Mary, mother of Christ, get crushed with a spike. I'm disgusting on mic, suckers get their jugular flavor. Mary, mother of Christ, get crushed with a spike. I'm disgusting. Flavor. Mary, mother of Christ, get crushed with a spike. I'm disgusting on mic, suckers get their jugular sliced. Words spoken wise like a wizard puffing on pipes. Get punched in a fight to windpipes ain't functioning right. Fact is, all that paper you making is Masonic. Pagan holidays, you praise priests were raised on it. Black flags raised, I'm praying for Reaganomics. Next album, no features, just me and Satan on it.
Raising hell with the flavor, nothing can save you. Trying to play me like an arcade, homie, I'm not a gamer. Her worst nightmare since my mama went into labor. No pushing, I just cut myself out with a razor. Hey, do me a favor, player. You know my name, say it. Even Wolfgang call me the rap game's Amadeus. I ain't a skater, but I stay on my grind, Duke. A nightmare to MCs, don't sleep on Ryu.
I'll be the worst night. 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 I'll be the worst night.
Hell wakes up, raise hell with the flavor. Flavor. appetite for destruction. App is back. Murder beats, scare hoes, there's an app for it. I got an appetite for destruction. App is back. Murder beats, scare hoes, there's an app for it. I got an appetite for destruction. App is back. Murder beats, scare hoes, there's an app for it. I got an appetite for destruction. App is back. Murder. Got an appetite for destruction. App is back. Murder beats, scare hoes, there's an app for that. Grab the battle axe, Jack X, clans, pink Cadillacs. I'm a garbage pail kid doing the cabbage patch. Play chief, get shot with a straight arrow. You suckers imitate more rappers than Jay Farrow. Rockin' gay apparel, them jeans will make you sterile. I'm steady stocking the ammo and cocking the double barrel. Rock the show hard as an army of Viking warriors. Storming your little village, then pillage till we victorious. Stories of us painted on the walls of caves. An image of your bitch sucking on my balls for days. I'm like Genghis Khan on the back of a horse, or Billy Joel with a bottle of Jack on the dash of the Porsche. Blast with the force of Soviet rockets and Cold Wars. You on tour bagging whores with cold sores. Do the wisdom, fuck bitches to the rhythm. I'm hard as nuclear fission, a student of pugilism. Which means Apple knock your motherfucking head off. I'm logical as Spock, drink vodka like Chekhov.
Stop what you're doing, cause I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. Cause I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to.
Pirate mentality, teeth holding a knife in place, meet me on a rap tournament. What will happen is you'll get shipped out in packages. Thank God I keep the meat tenderizer in my cabinet, but truthfully, my vision varies. I go from a visionary to a vicious leader of killer militaries using old machine guns. Why I need better cats? These will still burn holes in motherfuckers like a treasure map. Think they're self-solving, I'ma just stare at y'all. Cause I'm Cyclops and yes, the sunglasses are off. So get a bulletproof armor suit and chin guard. Army surplus galore, I'm throwing more than 10 dogs. My prestige is presidential. I'm prevalent when you pressing the pressure. Preppy, I'm prepping my pistol. I'll cast a pyramid hex to leave you dickhead sex.
Stop what you're doing, cause I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to. Cause I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you're used to.
I break through all, 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 break through all.
Check, check, 1 2 1 2. Yo, let me bring back my beat junkie brother D Styles. Yo.
What up, Rhett?
What up, D? Yo. Yeah, I got a text from App. He said his laptop died, so he sorry he couldn't.
It's all good. I know it's what is it out there? 1:25 in the morning a.m.
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah, man. But man, that was really dope to talk to App, know about the history, about man, just doing a lot of stuff that he's doing.
Yeah, man. He has stories, man. He's been in the trenches. You know what I mean? Just been grinding, hustling, been signed to major labels. You know what I mean? And
work with the incredible talent, man. I mean, just from the indie to the legends.
Yeah, man. Definitely been working with legends. I mean, there's so many more questions I wish I could ask. You know what I mean? But maybe next time, right? Maybe next time.
Next time, man. Shoot. I mean, what a way! It's our last show for the 2022. What a way to kick it off, right, man?
Always going out with a bang, man. You know what I mean?
So, man, any plans for New Year's?
Nope. Staying home, low key, keeping safe. You know what I mean? Too many. Well, at least where I live, too many idiots that come out after midnight, man. So.
Oh yeah, I forgot, man. You live in the 702, so you a lot of madness over there.
A lot of alcohol, a lot of drinking, nonstop. So,
a lot of strip clubs.
Yeah, but that's everywhere, right? That's every city has, that type of stuff, right?
Yeah, but this is Vegas we're talking about.
I mean, we have an abundance of that, but I know every city has it too. So
yeah, for sure.
So what's cracking for 2023, right? What do you got? What do you got going on your horizon?
On my plate? Well, like where we talked earlier, man. So this Friday is the actual first, dropping the first official single to the RHETTMATIC album, Role Reversal. It's called Xanadu. It's not your typical hip hop song. We actually decided to do like a soul and R&B for this one. So I mean, if you guys know Jay Rawls is really a legendary producer, doing a lot of his signature jazz hop and stuff. So and he worked with a lot of legendary people. Like he worked with Casual, he worked with John Robinson, Elda Sensei, and stuff like that. So instead of putting out a hip hop song, we wanted to do something kind of like go left field and just drop a R&B soul song just to kind of set it off and stuff. So it's dropping this Friday, December 30th. The joint's called Xanadu, featuring a dope soul singer by the name of Ann One. She's from here. Yeah, she's from here, but she has worked with Anderson .Paak. She's done background vocals for Freddie Gibbs, and a lot of people and stuff like that.
Right. So I got a question for you, right? When you guys recorded that song, did you give her the music and she did it separately, or did you guys record that together in the studio?
Oh no, we actually gave her the track. She's actually a producer herself.
Okay.
So we gave her the vocals. I mean, we gave her the track. She wrote the song, recorded the vocals, had at least about 16 tracks, just because we're just different layers of vocals.
She stacked it all. Right.
And then even mixed it too. Also, her vocals and shit to make it more easier for us.
Nice. Oh,
yeah.
True professional right there.
Totally. So, so she actually makes beats too herself too.
She does. Okay.
Yeah.
And on this project, you had Rome's mix it, right?
Yes, dude.
Damn.
DJ. So a lot of people don't know DJ Rome's of the legendary Loop Pack.
Right.
He's been doing a lot of mixing for a lot of people. He done a lot. He's done Chino Excel's album. He done a lot. He did MEDs. He done a lot of stuff for that's like for Madlib or Ono.
Right.
Believe it, right. Still does the scratches, still kills it on the cuts, but he's, it's been his bag. He's doing a lot of mixes for he did stuff for Razkaz. He did, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. So he's for those who don't know, Rome's is a dope engineer. So he mixed our album. Believe it or not.
Crazy. Yeah. I had no idea he even did that, man.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, what's cool? The album's dropping February 3rd. The album's it's called Role Reversal. It's Jay Rawls and myself. We're doing production all together. We not separate, but either I do the drums, you do the sample, or vice versa. We both arranged it. We put in sequencing and stuff like that. We choose the artist. We got Blue and Razkaz on one track.
Yep.
We got Sadat X and Elda Sensei on one track. We got John Robinson Wordsworth on one track.
Okay.
And we got what else we got? We got Illa J and Frank Niff from Frankentank on one track.
Oh, and this is coming out on vinyl, right?
It's also coming on vinyl.
Okay.
But what's also cool, so it's coming on Chavez Sound. Shouts to Rick Chavez and J57 of the Brown Bag All Stars, who were doing this doing collabo with them in terms of they're doing it also with Soul Spasm, but we are doing a limited edition cassette tapes and CDs through Beat Junkie Sound.
Okay. Yep. That's right. That's right.
So we're covering all the bases and stuff like that.
You got to. You got to, right?
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited. It's some hip hop, some soul, some instrumentals and shit.
Yeah, man. Looking forward to it, right? February 3rd, man.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, January, our fellow beat junkie, the Funky President J-Rock, is dropping his second album, or actually his third album, another instrumental album. It's called I say Beatitudes, but but it's called Beatitudes. At least to me, it's called Beatitudes. He says it's cool with that. It's a gospel instrumental of just him chopping gospel samples and stuff.
Yeah, J-Rock. Shout out to J-Rock.
That's dropping in January on Stone Store Records.
January what?
I don't want to say
the exact date.
I think it's January 14th. Hold on, let me look at my calendar here. Yeah, I would say it is January, either the January 13th or the 20th.
Okay, dope.
Yeah.
Yep. Look out for that one. Beatitudes, is that how you pronounce it?
I don't know. At least that's what I thought it was called, but I got clowned. I think it has to do with the gospel. I don't know how they say Beatitudes or something like that. But
Is that how Jay says it? Beatitudes.
He thought it was called Beatitudes when he said, but then he found out it's also said Beatitudes. I don't know. I'm messing it up, but I'm keeping it Beatitudes. That's all.
All right.
Nah, but I mean, how about you? I mean, you just dropped the album with Jay Sinai. Anything for 2023?
Yeah, man. I got a couple records that are gonna drop early 2023.
Ooh.
So I don't want to say too much just yet, but yeah, we're gonna have a single drop in late January, and then the vinyl will be in early February.
Damn, if it's the singles drop, dude,
Yeah.
January's like in 4 days. You might as well tell us who's the artist.
Well, you're in the video, Rhett. So yeah, we'll you got a cameo in the video, right?
Okay. I guess we'll keep it like that.
You already forgot, right?
I mean, I don't know. You have like you said, you have so many projects. I just kind of like, I'm just saying, man. Oh, speaking of which, I mean, Invisible Scratch Pickle album. What's up?
Yeah, that too. I mean, Shortcut came out here. When was that? About a month and a half ago. And we've been working on some new stuff. Just sending beats to Qbert, and just slowly chipping away at it, man. So we're almost there. We're getting there.
Man, I mean, that track that you guys did put out as a teaser, man. That shit is fucking incredible. I mean.
Thanks, man.
I mean, I don't want to shoot myself in the foot. I don't want to get somebody in trouble, but I heard there might be some special guest on this album.
We're trying, man, and I don't know too many cats, but Shortcut, he knows everyone, and he travels the most. He's global, so he's gonna try to get some favors. You know what I mean, and see if we could get some heavyweights on this one.
I'll just say this: if you get this particular one heavyweight.
Yeah,
game over. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
We'll see, man. We'll see. Fingers crossed. You know what I mean?
All right, I'm crossing fingers for you, dude. Come on. So, man, it's crazy. It's New Year's already this Sunday, and we actually come up with another show next Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. We haven't even had a breather, man.
Do we have any confirmed guests or?
I mean, I think we do. I mean, I want to make sure. I mean,
okay.
We did talk about it, but I mean, hopefully he comes through. If not, I mean, we also have another one that we have in line too as well, right?
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
But yeah, either way, we're gonna kick it off one way for 2023, which is already next Tuesday. That's crazy.
Yeah, so we're back next Tuesday.
We're back new Tuesday. That's crazy.
Sheesh. Okay.
Hey, but but I gotta say this, D. I mean, I was this close, and we were this. You don't understand, folks. We were this close. If we didn't get Apathy, we could have had a D style mix. That's all I gotta say. We didn't get a D styles mix, but 2023. Can we?
Well, next year. Next New Year, you know what I mean? I'll definitely prep for that.
We gotta wait another year, like towards in December. Is that what it is?
No. Sooner than that. Come on, man.
Okay, I'm just saying, man. I know people have been they've been saying, when are we gonna have D? I mean, we're gonna have D on a mix. I'll even take your 5-minute mix. I'll take your 5-minute mix, dude.
Well, I mean, check us out though, Red. We should definitely just do an episode where me and you just go back to back 20 minutes each. You know what I mean? Or 30 minutes each, whatever.
Dude, you know what?
We should just do that,
We should do that because it'd be kind of dope because like we do have like some of the same taste, but I know also with some of the stuff you be like it. I would say we're like a different side of the spectrum. We both like the hardcore shit, but a little bit more up tempo. Whereas yours like in the like really, you just get that in the pocket shit right there. So
I like that slow shit, man. And you know, I got a bunch of shit I want to play too. So just let me know, man. Come on.
I just say let's just do it next week.
Well, I mean, if you know, like if these guests don't come through, then shit, you know.
Let's do that. Okay. Well, guys, thank you again for joining with us for the last 2022 sound check. Yep. It was great to have Apathy. Thank you again.
Shout out to Apathy, man. Thank you.
Yes. And you know, make sure you pick up. I mean, the album's sold out. I mean, the vinyl's sold out, but it's still up there. The Periodic Tables of Excellence, really dope album. It's I would like I said to you, D, this is probably one of your best. I mean, you've always been dope with the production, but this is like from front to end, like the most solid shit. Like you really came with it, dude. You put your foot in it, and then.
Thank you, man. Honestly, a lot of that is Jay. You know what I mean? I gave him a bunch of beats, and he wrote to what he felt. You know what I mean? So so you know he handpicked everything, man. So.
Let me ask you this. You know when you did when the wind blows, when he was cutting it, did he give you that concept to do that?
Yeah, so you know what's funny is when he would send me back the reference tracks, right? Like, you know, the vocals, he would send me actual notes, but he would talk them out. You know, he would say, all right, so there's 8 bars, right? I'm gonna leave this empty, you know, just do whatever you do here. You know what I mean? He would leave these vocal notes. And so he mouthed that whole part out, and I left it in just because I felt like, damn, this is perfect. It's a perfect setup. And it sounds organic, you know what I mean? And it sounds like we were in the studio together almost, like. And so I left it. And then when I sent him the track, he was like, "Oh shit, you left that part in there."
But it was dope because he was like cutting it. I want you to do like this, and you just literally like it was almost like on some Q&A shit.
Kinda, yeah, kinda. But you know, I mean, it's dope because he understands scratching, and he was able to word that shit out. You know what I mean? And once I heard it, I was like, oh yeah, I'll definitely take this and I'll freak it a different way. And that's why I left it too, because he set it up perfectly for that. You know what I mean?
Nah, that was tight. That was hella tight.
Thank you. Yeah, shout out to Jay Cyanide for that one. Man.
Nah, man. And then again, guys, we thank you enough. Oh, shouts to OG Silos in the house.
Silos. What up, C?
Yep. We do have some type of sales for the school, right? We're beatjunkiesound.com. We do have having some sales. This is the last week. If you in LA, we're also going to start be doing online classes for the school. Not beatjunkies.tv, but actually the Beat Junkies do sound, right?
Yeah. Different courses that we're going to offer online. All the information should be at beatjunkiesound.com.
Yeah. And then, guys, also, I would say every month, once a month, there's a master class with these styles at the school, right?
Yeah. January, February, March, I'm doing a master class, and this is more for advanced, but advanced scratching. Every third Saturday of the month. So January, I don't know, I can't remember what it is. January 20, February 21st, something like that.
January 21st, February 18th, and March 18th.
March 18th, yeah.
There you go. So, Buddy Lee, if you're watching, you better just book your ticket right now and.
Man, Buddy Lee's all the way out in Florida or something.
But you know he'll fly out for this. He'll fly.
Maybe.
Yeah. I like to put a wager he'll fly out for it. So, yeah. But yeah, guys, on behalf of D Styles and myself, thank you for rocking with us with Soundcheck. You will get to hear this particular episode on all podcast platforms. We'll have it on YouTube. We do have Soundcheck merchandises. Like we got the shirts. We got stickers, right?
We have a sticker packs and a T-shirt. Yep.
Yeah.
And a hoodie. I think we got a hoodie too. Yeah.
Oh, we got a hoodie?
Yeah, we got a hoodie.
Man, we got to stack up more merchandise.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, be on the lookout. We do have some more stuff also coming on Beat Junkie Sound. Just be on the lookout. We're lining it up as we speak. We're trying to finish it up. I'm just trying to be a workhorse like D, but D's like a little quicker than me and shit. So, I mean, at least I'm not like short. Oops,
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Like his reggae show.
I think Short's in Dubai, right?
Oh, that's right. For New Year's and shit.
Yeah. Shout out to Shortcut.
Oh shit! Damn. Well, thank you guys. Again, Happy New Year. Be safe. We'll see you guys
next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Yeah. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Appreciate all of you guys, man. We'll see you guys next Tuesday for sure.
Yeah. All right, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Peace.
Peace.